to introduce our 2025 football homecoming court. Representing the sophomore class is Zara Childers. Zara is the daughter of Scott and Nia Childers. She's been involved in cross country for 1 year, basketball for 2 years, track for 1 year, and yearbook for 1 year. She's a principal's honor roll student and plans to attend medical school to become a dermatologist.
Sorry, I'm walking right in front of
Her
your
life
camera.
goal is to travel the world. A fun fact, she's a really good skier, and her favorite traditions are score and singing green and white forever. The best advice she has received is, always trust in God's plan for you. Zara is escorted by seniors Timothy McFadden and Tyvion Washington. Timothy is the son of Tyree and Tori McFadden. He has played football for the last 12 years, has competed in track for 6, and has also been on the basketball team. He plans to attend college, become an executive chef, and own his own restaurant someday. His favorite three traditions are pep assemblies and when we made it to the playoffs in football last year. If he could have dinner with any celebrity, it would be NBA Youngboy. The best piece of advice he can
Test, test, test,
Testing,
test.
testing. I think it sounds pretty good. I sound good on my side.
M&M Automotive is now in its bigger, better location right on Highway 70 for your convenience. M&M specializes in air conditioning services of all kinds, including building and repairing AC lines for cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. They also do custom and factory exhaust systems, from brakes and tires to computer diagnostics, from tune-ups and oil changes to belts and water pumps, as well as transmission, suspensions, and general repair and maintenance. M&M Automotive offers a 2 to 3 year parts and labor warranty on all services. Trust your vehicle to the professionals at M&M Automotive Air Conditioning and Exhaust. Now on Highway 70 in Lone Grove.
Curbside pickup from Applebee's of Ardmore is an easy way to enjoy all of your Applebee's game day favorites. Favorites like the Fiesta Lime Chicken or made-to-order burgers. And Applebee's 2 for $25 is always a winning play. Order online or via the Applebee's app. Or better yet, have Applebee's cater your game day party. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. Applebee's of Ardmore. Open till midnight Sunday through Thursday and open till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays.
Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery has been caring for the people of Southern Oklahoma for over 40 years. As board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeons, Dr. Wallace and Dr. Sutherland have the highest level of expertise in the removal of wisdom teeth, placement of dental implants, facial injuries, corrective jaw surgery, jaw pain, and facial cosmetic surgery. By continually learning innovative techniques and utilizing the most up-to-date technology, they are able to provide world-class oral and facial surgery right here in Southern Oklahoma. To discuss your oral or facial surgical needs, call the experts at Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery.
Every community that we're involved in, we make local investments, whether that's time, that's money, or that's the resources of the bank. All of our employees are engaged in the communities that they serve. Our local booster clubs, our football clubs, our school programs. We invest our time and resources by volunteering within the schools. Lastly, our business model is to financially support the communities. Loaning out local dollars, we're able to build up our communities that we serve. First National Bank is my community bank.
Pay Me Checking is the #1 debit card at Communication Federal. With good reason, because you earn real money rewards with your Visa debit card. With Communication Federal, you can get a fresh, shiny, new debit card at the branch same day, so you can get out there and do your thing and get rewards for doing it. Open your Pay Me Checking account online at comfedcu.org or at any branch in just a few minutes. Pay Me Checking, only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
At Kerr Pumps, innovation powers everything we do. With over 100 patented technologies, precision CNC machining, advanced robotics, and unrivaled customer service. We set the standard in pump technology. From our world-class manufacturing facilities in Sulphur and Marietta, Oklahoma, our people are lowering the cost of hydraulic fracturing and helping make America energy dominant again. If you want to join an innovative team, apply today at kerrpumpsjobs.com. Made in America. Made in Oklahoma.
Dive into the new Ultimate Trio at your neighborhood Applebee's of Ardmore, where every combo is a winning play. Pick, mix, and score for just $14.99. Who will you draft? Will it be chicken quesadillas with chipotle lime salsa or boneless wings with house-made ranch or blue cheese? With 10 apps and 10 dips to combine, any combination could be the winning play. The Ultimate Trio, only at your neighborhood Applebee's of Ardmore, 2680 West Broadway. Open till midnight Sunday through Thursday and open till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays.
At Taco Casa, we get our beef from the American rancher, our corn from the American farmer, and our cheese from the American dairyman. We feed Americans. Taco Casa, real fresh, real food, real good, since 1972.
The station Sports Bar and Grill is the ultimate hangout where the game is always on, the music's always live, and the good times never stop. With indoor and outdoor seating available, ice cold drinks, and a mouth-watering menu, plus wall-to-wall TVs, this is your spot for pro, college, and even your local high school sports teams. Simply put, it's a game day vibe you won't find anywhere else. Be sure to follow the station on Facebook to see who's coming to perform on the Boxcar stage, 2 blocks east of the Carter County Courthouse on Mill Street, open 7 days a week. The station Sports Bar and Grill, where every game is played on home turf.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside our broadcast booth inside Seminole, Oklahoma at Chieftain Stadium and Mike Snyder Field. Andrew Dunham and Sam Harris bringing you Lone Grove football, powered by KICM-TV, exclusively on YouTube. Welcome everyone joining us here in Seminole. It is the District 3A2 opener for both teams. They get a clean slate, and this is a very tough district like always, and it should be a great matchup tonight inside Seminole, Oklahoma. Once again, my name is Andrew Dunn. I'm bringing you play-by-play alongside my broadcast partner. He is the second all-time leader in tackles in Long Grove history. He is a playmaker, was a playmaker all around, and he's a great guy. He's also my color analyst, Mr. Sam Harris. Sam, welcome inside the booth.
Thank you, sir.
I say booth.
Yeah, man, we're part of the stands. We're part of the
We
crowd.
are a part of the grandstands. We got Jeremiah Gray with us, who's operating our camera as always. Thank you, Jeremiah, for making the trip. We're with the people. We're not in a press box like we usually are at home or another place like we've been to Anadarko. This is only our second road game of the year so far, and this is certainly an interesting place. There's a lot of history to Seminole, Oklahoma.
This is definitely a weird environment.
The bleachers are concrete. Their majority of it is concrete. We're facing the home side. We are right next to Tim Reeder, who's inside the coach's booth.
Who kicked us out of where we thought we were going to be.
Yeah, he kicked us out. Head coach Curtis Cole actually walked over and gave me the word. So I really can't say no to him. You know, he's the boss. Yeah, he takes care of the coaches over the announcers. So this is an unorthodox setup for us, but it's pretty nice. And you know what else is nice is the weather. It's beautiful
outside
inside Seminole, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I'm reading 74 degrees on my temperature. The sun has gone down. A 7:30 kickoff, 30 minutes later than usual. It was homecoming for Seminole, and so we got through that. We got about 5 minutes on our clock until we are ready to open up district play in Class 3A2, or Class 3A, District 3A2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize for any background noise you may hear from the crowd. You know, we have some rowdy Long Grove fans.
Once again, we're amongst the crowd, and ladies and gentlemen, I wish you could see Sam where he's sitting at right now. This is probably your best setup you're going to have all season long. Sam is in the stands. Yep. He is a man amongst the people like he always is. And so it's going to be nice, especially if, we see a Long Grove score or a play that gets the crowd going. This is a very, very nice crowd that showed up for the Long Grove Longhorns as well. Tell me the drive and distance. Tell me the distance for you guys from Long Grove to Seminole.
Yeah, it was an hour and 30 minutes, but it felt like an eternity.
An hour and 30 minutes?
But it felt like it was such a boring drive. It was awful.
That was about me from Stillwater, Oklahoma to here. But what we're going to do is we got about 4 minutes left. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back after these words from your sponsors.
Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory wants you to know that planning ahead gives you the opportunity to select merchandise and services at today's prices and relieves your loved ones of making hasty decisions later. Harvey Douglas is the only funeral home in Ardmore offering 4 family meeting rooms with unique backdrops to personalize your experience. Their caring staff can help arrange every aspect of a beautiful funeral. Before making any decisions, visit Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory in their new facility at 2118 South Commerce in Ardmore.
Layaway today at Jerry's Gun Shop in Ardmore. It's never too early to start working on your holiday gift shopping. Layaway today and beat the holiday rush. 10% down will hold your layaway items until Christmas Eve. Shop early and shop local with Jerry's Gun Shop. The gun shop in southern Oklahoma is Jerry's Gun Shop on Grand Avenue in Ardmore.
Captains from Long Grove. Number 3, Tatum Quinn. Number 8, Luke Stinson. Number 12, Keaton Portman. And number 55.
As we get you ready for the coin toss here in Seminole, Oklahoma, the Chieftains versus the Longhorns. The Seminole Chieftains are led by probably one of the more legendary head coaches in Oklahoma high school history. It's Mike Snyder. The captains for the Long Grove Longhorns, As we get ready for our coin toss that is brought to you by Elite Insurance. The captains for the Long Grove Longhorns is number 3, Tatum Quinn, number 8, Luke Stinson, number 55, Brandon Heckettthorne, and number 12, Caden Hartman. We'd like to give a shout out to former coach, former teacher for me, Michael Castongway, who gave us some nice words during the commercial break. So thank you so much, Coach Castongway.
Duly appreciate it.
I miss you very well, buddy. I wish you well. Hope you're doing great. The man to watch for the Seminole Chieftains will be number 4, Donovan Garfield. He'll be the quarterback wearing the number 4. He has had a scintillating start to the season for the Seminole Chieftains.
And from what I've heard, he is really their key piece to everything on offense.
I'll give a shout out to head coach Tyler Pybus as well, who gave us a nice shout out. We're off to a great start. Sam, some keys to the game. First, for these Long Grove Longhorns, who are coming off a much-needed win against Chandler. They put up a lot of points on the scoreboard, but like we know, district play is no, step over. For the Longhorns, it's going to be a tough game, and I think it's going to start with contending the quarterback.
Yeah, no. Now games matter. You got to win these. There's everything on the line. Coming off that win, big boost of motivation. These guys just, like I say every time, you just got to lock in, do your job, and play some football. Just don't make any stupid mistakes. No dumb penalties. That's one of the things the Long Grove Longhorns have been struggling with, it seems like, is stupid penalties, which it happens, but personal fouls,
It seems like to me we saw so far, I know it's a small sample size, 3 games of the season, we saw a more complete game from the Longhorns against Chandler, 100%. Which Chandler came in with some momentum. They knocked out Stroud, who was the number 5 team at the time. I know they're 2A and all, but the good thing for Long Grove was they came out at home. They took advantage of some early scores. We thought it was going to be a back-and-forth affair early, but Long Grove really took control in that second quarter, and really they took control behind their star quarterback, Tatum Quinn, which if you want a quarterback battle, you can watch this game right now on both sides. Tatum Quinn for the Horns and Donovan Garfield for the Seminole Chieftains.
Yeah, no, talking to some people, when it comes to Seminole, their offense is their quarterback. I'm not knowledgeable on what offense they run, but I obviously know it's quarterback oriented, so we will see how good of a player he is. I've heard that he is. So
if you want some proof behind that statement that Sam Harris just said, Garfield rushing yards, specifically rushing yards, accounts for 74% of the total team rushing yards so far through 3 games. Long Grove will kick off first with Yorel De La Torre. What a beautiful night here in Seminole, huh?
I tell you what, it was starting to get a little questionable when we got here. That sun was beating down. I walked up and you were covered in sweat.
It was hot.
Oh, Lord.
I looked like I got done running a marathon.
But now the sun is set and you get to watch some good old-fashioned football.
De La Torre will kick it off. It's a pooch kick, fair catch, and it's caught by Blake Lena, the 5'11", 165 sophomore. And the Seminole Chieftains will have it at the 43-yard line, check that. We'd like to welcome everyone inside the broadcast booth, everyone watching at home, from Long Grove or wherever you're watching. As we'll get you set for the Seminole Chieftains, who are 3-0 to start the season, to start district play.
Some knowledge to know, Andy, I should have told you before, but Jacob Ellis, which is our punter, who is also a valuable piece on offense, will not be playing for the Long Grove Longhorns. He quit the team. I don't know if it was for personal reasons or what it was, but so now punting for us is Tatum Quinn.
First play is Garfield. He'll run, and he gets brought down. So that's a sneak peek of what you're going to see from Donovan Garfield. He was brought down by number 51, Davion Miller. Miller, who's been a nice compliment next to Brandon Heckettthorne, who has just caused fits for all the teams that the Horns have faced so far, especially on the offensive line. Garfield, it looks like, lost one, so it's 2nd down and 11 on the first play of the game for the Chieftains.
One thing I will say, all season long, the the D-line for the Longhorns have done a really good job of putting pressure on the quarterback. So this may be the
Garfield flicks it. It is caught.
Stanley was inches away from making that his ball.
Austin Smith makes the catch, and you see that unique throwing motion from Garfield. He's so calm. Right now it kind of reminds me of a Cam Ward type motion where he's back in the pocket, he's calm,
Nonchalant.
and he nonchalant. He delivered it right to his receiver for the catch, and it's a first down. Gets the ball to the 46-yard line of the Long Grove Longhorns, and the Chieftains are inside enemy territory. Garfield last year in this matchup, well, he had to watch his older brother play quarterback for Seminole, Dontre Garfield, who is at Pittsburgh State playing collegiate. As this is Garfield running it up the middle, now his second carry, and he gets a lot more than his first. He actually gets positive yardage, which is what he didn't get on the first carry, and he gets close to another first down marker. Elijah Mims makes the stop for the Horns.
That's one of the problems with having for the defense at least, problems for when they have a quarterback that's dual threat is you have to open up that defense. You can't target one thing. You've got to worry about everything. You know, when you have just the casual standard offense, you can kind of put some pressure on the D-line, but no, you got to worry about the quarterback, rushing, throwing, all of these different things.
Two backs in the backfield with Garfield. Loaded backfield. And it's a give to number 24, Carter Childs. Childs only 6 carries on the year for 11 yards. For Seminole, they've had 14 total rushing touchdowns. Garfield accounts for 13 of them. The only other one goes to Jay Ladd, who is a wide receiver. Ladd lining out to the bottom of your screen wearing number 6. Another backfield for Seminole where both backers are lined up to both hips of Garfield. He flips it out near side, and it's caught by Austin Smith again. Smith chased out of bounds by 3 Longhorn defenders.
Another thing that with Ellis not playing is we're going to see some Scout Quinn on offense playing receiver now.
Austin Smith makes his 10th catch of the year. He had 4 last week in the win against Hera. And in a game against Hera for Seminole, they had 4 receivers record at least 3 catches. Ladd, Bennett, Johnson, and Smith. Smith already has 2 catches. Just approaching 9.5 to play as the clock stopped at 9:36 after Smith ran out of bounds. 3 seniors will lead the receiving corps, and being introduced into the game is Mason Bennett. Bennett had 6 catches for 103 yards in the win against Hera. And this is a really 3-headed monster for the Seminole Chieftains with Ladd, Bennett, and Smith. Ladd leading the way, who has not got a target yet, leading the way with 7 receptions for 309 yards, 3 touchdowns, averaging nearly 104 receiving yards a game. It's kind of just a slow motion. As you see, there is a Chieftain that is tying his shoe. It's Jason Todd is who that is. Check that. That was Jay Ladd. That's who we mentioned as the leading receiver for Seminole. It is a loft to the end zone, back shoulder fade, and it's incomplete.
Awesome play by Scout.
Nice play by Scout Quinn. You mentioned he's going to have to maybe play both sides of the ball. He has been very good defensively, has 3 interceptions on the year, and makes a great play, breaking up a possible score from one of Seminole's best receivers.
Scout couldn't have played that any better right there. Just as soon as that wide receiver turns back for that ball, you just got to get your hands up into his hands and just start swatting away.
3rd down and 4 at the 20-yard line. Seminole inside the DIB Chiropractic and Wellness red zone. Garfield will keep it himself. Now he'll cut it upfield, makes a man miss, has a first down and more, and he's brought down close to the 5-yard line. Garfield, that explosiveness, he's shown the patience. And then once he cut it upfield, he turned on the jets and got close to a first down. It's 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Here in the Jeff's Auto Service first quarter. Seminole a nearly 3-minute drive to open up this game. Childs in the backfield to the left hip of Garfield. It's a snap. It's a direct snap to the quarterback, and he's brought down. Caden Hartman was the first one to get to Garfield, and that's a loss of yardage. Long Grove defense did a nice job getting through the line and getting to Garfield early while he was in the backfield. Second down and 7 after a loss of 3. $8:18 left in the first. Under 7 seconds left on the play clock. Childs now to the right hip. Another direct snap. Garfield spin move. And he gets away, tumbles forward to the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown. Seminole draws first blood. It's Donovan Garfield with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year.
Longhorns on the D-line need to start getting lower. They're playing way too high, and that's just letting those big O-linemen just beat them. I mean, when you play against big guys, you got to play low.
This is a team that will not kick extra points. They will go for 2, and it's Garfield who's in the same spot where he scored the touchdown. He remains for the 2-point try. 8:05 left, 6-0. For the Chieftains, a man in motion. It was Ladd. It's a keeper. What a fake. A magician that Garfield is, showing off his bag of tricks early in this game, and it's 8-0 Seminole on the first drive. We'll see the Long Grove Longhorn offense for the first time after these words from our sponsors.
Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory wants you to know that planning ahead gives you the opportunity to select merchandise and services at today's prices and relieves your loved ones of making hasty decisions later. Harvey Douglas is the only funeral home in Ardmore offering 4 family meeting rooms with unique backdrops to personalize your experience. Their caring staff can help arrange every aspect of a beautiful funeral. Before making any decisions, visit Harvey Douglas Funeral Home and Crematory in their new facility at 2118 South Commerce in Ardmore.
Nine-play, 57-yard drive. Capped off by a 5-yard rushing touchdown from Donovan Garfield. It's a slow kick, nearly muffed, fielded by the Horns, breaking away and going down the sideline and inside Seminole territory.
Zane Hale, the freshman right there.
Number 17, Zane Hill. It's easy for a freshman like that with a play like that where he muffs, kind of fumbles the recovery. All he knew to do was just run, and he did. He broke tackles and got the ball well inside Seminole territory and gives good real estate for Tatum Quinn.
Sometimes that's all you got to do, just run.
So Quinn, there was a flag down.
Oh.
And I just saw it. It was out of my perennial vision.
The box, the press box was
Coach
in the way.
Reeder, yeah, the coach box that we have right here. He's watching back that play looking for the penalty flag. Of course, they have headset communication with head coach Curtis Cole and the other coaches down on the sideline and also up here in the press booth.
So the Longhorns,
I say press box, coach's box.
So they go from about the 53 to it looks like the 10-yard line, just like that.
Scoreboard says 14-yard line, first down and 10. Not great momentum for the Horns already. It's Quinn and Kane Roberts. Roberts to the right hip of Quinn, and it's a give to Kane Roberts. Number 1, the running back. Once again, a fantastic start for Roberts. Not sure he imagined this much production with the injury to Chase Warden on the first couple opening drives of the season opener against Anadarko, but Kane Roberts has taken that invitation of the starting running back role, and he's flourished with it. He's done really nice. in that role.
He just plays hard, and sometimes that's all you need.
Roberts just a sophomore. Not the tallest player on the field, of course, but he's a hard runner. Powerful from the waist down. It's a play fake. Quinn will keep it. Breaks off 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Now he'll run far side near the sideline. Turns nothing into something. Great run as he gets close to a first down on 2nd down and 8. Clock stops at 7:17. Timothy McFadden makes the stop for Seminole. So it's 3rd down and 3 off the 5-yard scamper from Quinn. It looks like he got a lot more, but he had a lot of pressure in that backfield. Had to escape 2 Seminole defenders. 3rd down and 3. Quinn, snap, low snap, controls it, runs it up the middle, and it'll be close. They tried to get an extra push from that line, and the official signals first down. Good job by the Long Grove offensive line, giving that extra push to the senior quarterback, and the drive will continue.
One thing about Seminole so far is they've got some big boys out there. Those interior guys, they're some large fellas.
First down and 10 from the 22. Pass outside to Elijah Mims, and he can break off that first tackle. The first Seminole Chieftain to meet him was number 14, Jackson Williams. And it was 14 on 14, and 14 in white wins the battle. 2nd down. About maybe a gain of 5. That's what they'll give him, a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5. Lined up at the bottom of your screen, if you can see, is Scout Quinn. That's the younger brother of Tatum. As Sam mentioned, he does his great analysis. He noted that we will see Scout Quinn on offense. There's Kane Roberts, busting through the hole. Open field ahead. Will he be caught? Yes, he will. But a fantastic run by Roberts, who got shot out of a cannon, and first down and goal for the Horns.
Perfect play, perfect execution right there, Andy. Can't do anything better than that.
You mentioned the size of Seminole on that defensive line. Roberts just squirted through. Ball's at the 13-yard line. Horns will move quick inside the DIB Chiropractic and Wellness red zone. It's Quinn off the play fake, trying to evade pressure. Gets off 1, breaks off 2 with a stiff arm. Down the sideline to the pylon. He got close, but he's out of bounds. My goodness.
It is truly
a
show every time the ball goes into his hands.
It amazes me how aware he is of these defenders that are running at him, running behind him, chasing him down. That's what just makes him a good runner, is he's just so aware of where he's running at all times.
He's just slippery. I mean, you just can't tackle him.
Second and goal from the 5. 5:44. Roberts races off the field. Luke Stinson checks in the backfield, along with Keller Stanley. Quinn, a give. Stinson up the middle to the goal line. Got close, but he stopped just short. Stinson found the end zone in the win against Chandler 2 weeks ago.
Are we going to see a touchdown right here, Andy?
We could see it with the package that the Horns have in. They have Stanley, they have Justin Bradshaw, and they also have Stinson, who just took that carry. The most controversial call in football, and argue a wall, but it seems to work. Like right there, it did work, but there's a flag, and I believe Sam is right. It's going to be a false start.
And that's here recently. They just came out, and the refs have started complaining about it, saying it's so hard to tell where the ball's spotted. There's false start. You know,
and part of the problem with that call is if you watch the Philadelphia Eagles on Sundays, what fans are noticing is the linemen are lining well over the ball, so they're getting a head start, and that's something you're going to have to watch here. Quinn, another flag, a late flag. By the way, that first flag was on Seminole. It was an offsides, and it made it first down and goal from the 1. Let's see what this call is. And now that's a false start. So Quinn has scored twice on this drive already.
So I know back when we played and talking to the coaches, the refs do not like when the players.
We're getting some consultation from some fans.
I do know that the refs
It was
don't.
half distance to the goal on the first call that was on the defense. That made it 1st down and 1.
So when you run the sneak, the refs
This is
only,
amazing, by the way.
I know.
Isn't this great?
The refs only want the quarterback to go inside. They don't like the 2 other backs in the backfield pushing him. So that may be why they called that.
1st down and 5. Ball's back at the 5 again. This time
There
they try
it is.
Stanley, the senior receiver, and he tumbles into the end zone for the touchdown. Easy does it. Stanley finds the end zone. 8-6 is your score. Long Grove says, no, we will not chase points. We will just trot out our kicker who has been exceptional this year, Urel De La Torre.
During warm-ups, he was easily making 40-yarders. It was kind of impressive.
He's a nice weapon to have, especially in situational football where you need a field goal, maybe at the end of a half, at the end of the game. Mims is the holder. The kick is up, and it's good.
Great way for the Longhorns to respond to.
They go
Seminole's
right down the
touchdown.
field. 76 yards.
Besides for that penalty, I really don't think there was any negative plays right there. That was just good offense.
The 86-yard drive, check that. We'll keep it right here. In this first quarter, we may have ourselves a game, Sam. Both teams that are scratching and clawing. Long Grove did not have the start to the season that they wanted to in non-district play, but a lot of their games, they kept it close. I mean, we mentioned going into the Chandler game, I mean, you know, they lost both their first 2 games by 14 points. You know, you lose the heartbreaker to Anadarko in overtime on the last play. Deep kick. Fielded by Childs. Childs breaks off 1 tackle but is hit. Brought down by Elliott Whittington. 4:46 to play. We'll see Donovan Garfield and company for their second drive on offense.
It's funny, I see Coach Cole looking at us, yelling, but I forget Coach Reeder's right there.
That's right. Got 2 coaches, some video coordinators. We got a full house up here. Very reminiscent, this setup, to what you're going to see in a couple weeks when we go to Sulphur.
Yeah.
Very environment. I'm trying to think of the word. You're very included with the crowd is what I meant to say. Garfield in the backfield with Childs. It's a keeper up the middle, met by Hartman. Something I'm noticing from Garfield, he's a powerful runner, so once he takes contact, he's still trying to move forward to get extra yardage.
No, if he starts to get tackled at the 3-yard line, he's going down at about the 5 or 6.
430 rushing yards. That averages out on 55 carries, 430 rushing yards. That averages almost to 8 yards a carry.
We're going to need a really big game out of our linebackers, which it looks like we've got Stinson out there playing linebacker. Him and Hartman.
It's like,
got to have a huge game out of them.
Yeah. You know how important the linebacker position is, especially with a running quarterback. This is lofted. That was dangerous. Very close to getting intercepted by Braxton Armstrong. Once again, that kind of flick motion from Garfield, it can help him, but it can hurt him. And it looks like he put a little too much air on that ball. The intended receiver was Austin Smith, and that was almost dangerous. Well, that was dangerous, but it almost went the other way for the Horns, who have done a very nice job producing turnovers. 4:07 left, 8-7 the score in favor of Seminole. Both teams scored on their first offensive possessions. Garfield throws to the sideline. It looked like he was going to run, but he threw it last second to the sideline. Pass was intended for Mason Bennett. 4th down and 7, and Garfield will stay on the field, but that doesn't mean they're going for it. He's their punter. And both teams will have something in common, Sam. Tatum Quinn, you mentioned, is now taking over the punting duties for the Long Grove Longhorns. So if there's a 4th down, you'll see the quarterback stay on the field to try to boot it away.
Yeah.
And this is really an underrated play by the quarterback here. You don't get what you wanted on your drive. That was a 3-and-out, the first 3-and-out we've seen. But now Garfield's attention turns to how far can I boot this ball back and give my defense a shot. That's a high, booming punt. Fielded by Roberts. He's got blockers. Across the 50, to the 40, down the sideline, knocked out of bounds, close to the 35-yard line. Garfield did a nice job as far as getting hang time on the ball, but it looked like no Chieftains got to the ball, and I would hold on because we have a penalty flag close to the Seminole sideline. It's right at the 40-yard line of Mike Snyder. .352 left. Mike Snyder, 395 wins for the Seminole Chieftains. He's been with the program since 1980.
I believe the road that right in front of the high school is named after him.
Mike Snyder Avenue on Mike Snyder Field, watching a team that is coached by Mike Snyder.
They must like him.
He's got it. He is a legend. The only thing he's missing is a statue. I'm surprised I didn't see that outside Chieftain Stadium.
Don't tempt him.
Another thing we saw on a kick or a punt, a penalty going against Long Grove special teams. So instead of some nice field position inside Seminole territory, you instead get the ball backed inside your own territory. Of course, on the first drive, they started at the 14-yard line. I believe the officials gave the Horns the 23-yard line. So a 9-yard difference.
Looks like they had another
Check that.
holding
It's at
call.
the 25, so an 11-yard difference from their first drive.
I'll continue to say it. I think it's ridiculous that they call holding calls on plays on the opposite side of the field. There's no way that guy's going to make a play. But I'm not a ref. What do I know?
4 officials on the field. 5 officials. 5 officiating crew. Low snap again. Quinn will throw down the field. Mims incomplete. That would have been a marvelous grab by Mims. Crowd wanted a flag. I think that was just good coverage.
That was.
Give credit to Jackson Williams, the junior.
That was great coverage right there.
6 foot 175.
Great defense and almost better offense, but just couldn't come down with it.
14 on 14 battle right there, Sam, and 14 in green takes it. So we'll go for the rubber match next time these two guys go against each other, right?
Yeah.
2nd down and 10. Clock stopped on the incompletion. It's a give to Roberts, who did a nice job setting up that touchdown drive, and a little friendly fire there as Justin Bradshaw got clipped by Roberts as he got tackled by Donovan Garfield, the quarterback, playing center field as well on defense. Under 3.5 to play, 3rd down and 8. The Horns are perfect on 3rd down, but they're just one for one. That was on a 3rd down and 3. Quinn, snap. Looking over the middle, it's caught. Quinn to Quinn.
Brother to brother.
First down, Horns, close to midfield.
Scout's going to love this. Big brother to little brother.
Quinn, Scout to be specific, loves that throw too. That was right in stride. And Quinn, who we believe will take over the quarterback duties once Tatum graduates. Tatum saying, that's where you put it, little brother. Nice grab. Kane Roberts up the middle, gain of 2. On 2nd down, the Horns have executed nicely so far. Checking out is Maddox Eidelman, in is Caden Hartman. A lot of versatility on this Long Grove offense. Look at Noah Farrell at the bottom of your screen. Another guy who can get open. 2 wide to the left, it's Mims and Stanley. To the left hip is Roberts. It's Quinn on a keeper. He's got blockers. Being patient. And he gets brought down. Donovan Garfield on the tackle. If I had a dime for every time I'm going to call Donovan Garfield's name tonight, we'd be eating like kings tonight, buddy. I don't know what the best restaurant is here in Seminole.
Is there a restaurant?
This is my only time here. Third down and 1. Horns are 2 for 2, and they get the line to jump. A free first down. Braden Bird
It's the easiest
jumped
play.
on that defensive line.
Easiest play on offense. You don't got to do nothing. Just sit still.
Free 5 yards, gets the ball to the 39-yard line. Minute 30 left in this first quarter, an action-packed first quarter. Both teams have had 2 offensive drives. Long Grove moving a little bit more efficiently on their second drive compared to Seminole. Quinn with a fresh set of downs. Throws it out far side. It's caught by Armstrong. Armstrong tumbles ahead close to the 35-yard line. They could give him about 3. Armstrong's included in the offense. No offense to Armstrong, but he hasn't been a perennial role in this offense. It's mainly been Roberts, of course Quinn, but on the receiving core it's been Mims and Stanley.
No, with Ellis being gone now, it's definitely we're gonna have some different faces there on offense.
Next man up mentality. That's what's great about this team. Seems like they have a lot of depth. Quinn running for his life, throwing to the sideline. That was caught by Mims.
Wow.
What a grab.
Wow. That was.
He's a little slow to get up. I'd imagine he got the wind knocked out of him. He went chest first into the grass. Take your time, young man.
Yeah,
that was a fantastic grab.
Unbelievable catch.
Yeah, you can see him on that sideline.
He got the breath knocked out of him on that one.
He is gasping for air. Play will continue. 27 seconds as the clock stopped. Another first down for the Horns. Quinn. Another give to Roberts. Brought down by 2 Seminole defenders. Reed Bowers and Austin Smith. A lot like the Horns. Same guys on offense you'll see on defense for the Chieftains. 5 seconds left, and that will be the last play of this first quarter. Take a bow for both teams. We've seen some fireworks early. We'll take a break and be back and get you set for the second frame of the Class A 3A District 3-2 opener here on KICM TV.
Stewart's Family Dentistry has been providing dental services to the families in this area for over 30 years. Their full range of services include dental implants, bleaching, and cosmetic dentistry, same-day crowns and bridges, orthodontics, preventative, and pediatric dentistry. They'll even file your dental insurance for you. Stewart's Family Dentistry wants to be your family's dentist. Conveniently located in Ardmore, just south of Walmart on Merrick Drive, 223-6720. In Marietta, across from Bank First, 276-3055. And in Medill, across from Amazing Grace Boutique, 795-3360.
I am Ron Burgundy.
We haven't had this angle before. We're so low to the field, you know? It's almost like a TV view. You know, you watch game on TV, it's got a view.
Number 73 and number 18. Please come pick up your prize in the press box.
We welcome you back inside the broadcast booth. 8-7 is the score as we head into the Dave's Trailer Repair second quarter. That's what it is. Horns driving down the field. Started at the 25-yard line. They're at the 26 of Seminole. Quinn, play fake. Being pressured once again. scampers away. Looking to the sideline. It's incomplete. Pass was intended for Eidelman. 2nd down and 10. The one constant so far for Seminole in these games, I like Long Grove, give or take, is Seminole's been in some close games. In motion is Eidelman, who is the intended target on the first down pass. Low snap again. It's contained and given to Roberts. Stopped right at the line. Fourth down and 8. After Roberts was stopped on the 2-yard gain. No intention of a field goal here, even though they have De La Torre. They'll go for it. Quinn. Flag. Lots of hankies so far.
Rest came to play.
Reminds me of the Giants-Cowboys game from a couple weeks ago, the amount of flags that were in that first half alone.
And
I believe we had 21 flags in that game combined.
And I think 6 of them were on the same player on the same drive.
That's right. Offensive line, I believe it was left tackle.
Left tackle
for the
75.
Giants. Yeah, got benched in that game.
Yeah, he's a little unhappy, which you don't get flagged 7 times, buddy.
4th down and 12. Horns will stay on the field. On 4th down, Quinn has all the time in the world. Throws over the middle, just underthrown for Scout Quinn. And if that just has, that ball has a little bit more air underneath it, that's probably a catch and a first down. It's still a tough play with Quinn going to the ground, but you give your receiver a chance. And like Seminole, Long Grove comes up scoreless on their second drive. However, they had a turnover on downs, so we'll see the Chieftain offense. Garfield, who had 18 total touchdowns entering district play, tallied number 19 on the first drive. And he did it on the ground. He likes to do that. Speaking of on the ground, he's got a carry. Good gain on 1st down and 10. There's a Longhorn that is slow. It's Hartman, who just plays so hard on both sides of the ball. He's holding, it looks like, his right shoulder. What we will do is we will take a break.
That is not good at all.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
Dr. Sam Harris, as this is a give up the middle, close to a first down. Looked like a labrum, not really labrum. We don't want to assume injuries, but it was in that shoulder area. Something that, Sam, I hate to bring it up, but it's some problems you've had in your playing career.
Yeah, I'm just speaking from personal experience where he's holding his arm. Yeah. Junior year, playing through that, it was you can play through it. But
that's a tough injury, especially for, being a football player, being physical, leaning towards your angles that you tackle with. Your shoulders, 9 times out of 10, almost the first place you're leaning with.
Oh, yeah.
Trips right formation for Seminole. Garfield, meet Brandon Heckathorn. On 1st down and 10, that was a loss of yardage. Heckathorn a tall task with that Seminole offensive line, who Sam Harris has complimented already on their defensive line. A lot of guys you're seeing on this offensive line accompany the defensive line as well.
Well, this is the first time Brandon's played somebody the same size as him all season, so we'll see how he can do.
Made his commitment to Air Force Academy a couple of weeks before the season started. Throwing it out far side. It's Ladd, his first reception of the night. Good job out there on the perimeter by the Horns to let Ladd not get loose. Luke Stinson on the stop. Ladd 3 touchdowns on the year, leads the team in yards and touchdowns. Leading the team in receptions is Mason Bennett with 11. We have a timeout on the field. Our first of the night. It's burned by Mike Snyder. We'll take a break and we'll be back here on KICM TV.
Southern Tech, your community technology center, takes this unique opportunity to recognize all our students and alumni participating in local athletic events. We see you. You are sports announcers, videographers, trainers, band members, cheerleaders, or Pom Squad members. You are team members on the field or court, and you are avid fans in the stands. Beyond our walls, you are still Southern Tech students, and we root for you. Southern Tech, where education empowers.
Big sequence here after Heckathorn stopped Garfield in the backfield. 3rd down and 8. Garfield checks the formation, looks to the sideline. Calls an audible. High snap. Garfield up the middle, met by Hartman, met by Mims, and a posse of Longhorns. Nice job stopping Seminole on 3rd down. However, it is 4th down. Ball marked at the 48-yard line. And once again, this is deception here. Garfield is the punter.
That's,
it
changes everything. So you're like,
it does.
Are they punting?
It keeps your defense on your heels. Or on your toes.
And if you notice when he punts, he kind of waits a second and then punts. It just kind of keeps the defense on their toes. You don't really know what to expect.
Childs is in the backfield. Another high snap. Here comes Garfield. He'll look to throw down the field, being pressured, lofts it. It's through the fingertips of Kason Mansfield and then almost caught down there by Austin Smith on that far side. And how about this? The Horns defense causes another scoreless possession for Seminole, this time a turnover on downs.
So far, I'm really impressed with our Longhorns so far. I don't know what I was expecting, but they've come out here and played some really good football so far, playing really good on defense. Our offense, I mean, you start at the 40 and then you get a penalty. It sets you back at the end of the field. You can't help that. It just changes everything. But great game so far.
Back-to-back sequences of turnover on downs. Horns have it. Pitch. A trick play. Quinn down the field, and it's overthrown. The intended receiver was Mims, and you gotta like that play call, huh? It's like having 2 quarterbacks on the field. I think Quinn, Scout Quinn to be specific, might have got maybe his eyes were like saucers, I bet. Seeing Mims down the field. He had an extra step.
Threw it about 15 yards over, but, it happens.
He was unable to put the biscuit in the basket.
You'd rather have your quarterback overthrow than underthrow.
2nd down and 10. That's exactly right. One wide to the left, one wide to the right. Roberts, kind of the same formation, except it's a keeper by Quinn. It's up the middle. Tatum Quinn with real estate ahead. House call for number 3. 48 yards. And the Horns are on the high side.
I'm not going to lie, Andy, that kind of got me a little excited right there.
That was a burst of speed from Quinn. Cutting it upfield. Running right. Cuts it up the middle. And he was history.
Tatum Quinn has now etched his name in history by scoring in Seminole. Congratulations, Tatum Quinn. I just said Quinn. Tatum Quinn. Sorry. My apologies.
De La Torre made it. Got it. I'm not going to mention his stat before kicks because I don't want to curse the young man because he's really good at what he does. He's got a cannon of a leg. 14-8 is the score. We're going to keep it right here. On YouTube, powered by KICM TV. I'm looking at the amount of Long Grove alumni in the crowd. Did I mention we're in the crowd tonight? Jackson McClanahan joining us, who was a vital role. He played a vital role, not only on the field, but a couple of weeks ago against Plainview when we got him on for a high school spotlight interview brought to you by the station.
He wasn't. I mean, he did a couple of things. He wasn't all that.
He was a joy to watch on the field, on the court.
He threw a football. I mean,
he ran the football.
He ran the football too.
He did a lot like what Tatum Quinn did right there.
You know, I think that Tatum Quinn run there, correct me if I'm wrong, but probably the longest touchdown run of the season.
It's up there. It's certainly the second explosive run. We saw one on the first drive with Kane Roberts, but Quinn throws his hat in the ring and found himself in the end zone. 14-8. Horns up by 6. That's a bullet. Nearly dropped by Childs, but he has blockers. Going towards the Longo sideline, and he's brought down. A herd of Horns.
I think the difference between the Longhorns that we have here compared to the first two games is, to me it's obvious, but these guys are playing hard. They are running to the football. I mean, they're playing like they want to play football. They're not just playing football, but they're playing like they want to play. And that's really good to see. That boost of that momentum, that not courage, what's the word I'm looking for?
Intestinal fortitude.
Yes.
That's probably not it either.
They're playing like a different team, and it's really good to see these guys because you got to have fun when you play football. And if you're not having fun, then it changes the whole aspect of the game. And
I'll add on to that, confidence.
That's the word. Thank you.
What did this team have after, what do you think they had after their big win against Chandler to close out the non-district play? They had confidence. Here's Garfield up the middle. Confidence not only in life, Sam Harris. I don't want to give you a life lesson, but confidence in life is important, but I think it's more important in sports.
Make Unk status up there, man.
That's right. Old and wise. Uncle Drew is what they call him.
Uncle Drew.
Andrew the Dunn. I get a lot of nicknames. .647 left in the second quarter, brought to you by Dave's Trailer Repair.
Were you big on Toy Story?
I was. I love Toy Story.
Did you feel like special having?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I was a hit back in the day. Andy's Coming went triple platinum in elementary school for me. Garfield, after the run of 4, he won't get 4. I don't even think he'll get half of 4. Pretty close. Garfield having his moments so far, but the Horns seem to have done a nice job standing tall on number 4. And what did we mention in the pregame? This Seminole offense, it's going to have number 4's fingerprints all over it. And so far, that's what you're seeing. You're seeing some formations of an empty backfield. Sometimes you're seeing a loaded backfield where there's both backers lined up on each side of Garfield, but you still see instances where Garfield is taking it himself.
I think if I were to walk over to Seminole's coaches and say, hey, what offense do y'all run? They're going to go, Donovan Garfield.
Mike Snyder Of course, had Dontre Garfield last year. That'll be a false start on Seminole. That's the initial ruling, and yes, that's what that is. Dontre Garfield, who I mentioned at Pittsburgh State, he was the quarterback last year when these two teams met. Went 15 of 23, threw for 361 yards and 4 touchdowns. Had himself a great game. Go ahead, Sam.
Very unfortunate for Seminole. You go from 3rd and short to about 3rd and
3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 looks like. Initial marking was 3rd down and 3. Scoreboard has not been updated. Now it has. 3rd down and 8. 5:13 left. Ball at the 34-yard line. It's extremely crucial because this is 3rd down. Pretty much changes the play call as well. It's a pass out to Ladd. He's chased down from behind by Davian Miller. That was impressive by Miller considering he lined up on that defensive line. Ladd shook off the one tackle, but Miller able to track him down. 4th down. Gain of 3. And if I'm going to guess, Seminole looks like they're going to get in punt formation. Kane Roberts back deep to receive the punt. Here in beautiful, historic Seminole, Oklahoma.
Did you see?
Punt. The first punt by Garfield was a beauty. This is muffed, but picked up by Roberts, and now he's got room to run. Down close to that sideline near midfield.
There's another flag on the field.
And another flag, yeah. Has every punt and kick had a flag so far? I know every punt has probably had a flag. Not sure about kickoffs. Because we've had a few kickoffs so far with the amount of points that we've seen so far. Going back to Mike Snyder a little bit. Of course, we're at Mike Snyder Field. Sam mentioned Mike Snyder Avenue that separates the north part of the stadium to the field house. But what's interesting about this facility is a lot of it hasn't changed. The bleachers are concrete.
Yep.
Mike Snyder's office is underneath the home bleachers. So if you look in the middle of your screen, kind of towards the top, Mike Snyder's office is underneath those bleachers. They have wooden lockers, and basically the reasoning for that, and I'm going to quote Mike Snyder, he says, tradition never graduates. So all the teams, all the players, all of the wins, all 395 wins by Mike Snyder here in Seminole. He wants there to be an essence, maybe an aura is the type of word I'm looking for some of these players, you know, the new generation players that get to share those same lockers as some players of the past who have accomplished big things here.
Uh-oh.
There is an injury
It's Kane.
on the field. It's Kane Roberts, and that's not good because that running back room is already thin.
Filling in for Kane's going to be Swiss Army knife Luke Stinson.
We're going to take a break and be back.
Bank First is deeply rooted in more than 50 communities statewide. Towns bound together tightly by loyalty. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Exceptional Community Hospital. Your Ardmore Hospital is now open. We're a full-service hospital focused on addressing the healthcare needs of the community. We offer a wide range of care, including on-site labs and radiology services. You can count on friendly and caring staff, experienced physicians, and personalized care plans during a hospital stay or emergency visit. Plus, our streamlined check-in processes keeps your wait to a minimum. Exceptional Community Hospital Ardmore, because someone as exceptional as you deserves our care.
We welcome you back to Lone Grove football in Seminole, Oklahoma, where we got sent off to an injury of Kane Roberts and then a penalty, which was a sideline warning, so no yardage lost. Tatum rolls out. Pitches it to Luke Stinson.
Oh, my goodness. Stinson.
Buries a man.
You got barbecue back there? Holy Moses. What a run. That guy, he's
a pinball.
so electric.
That's a good sight to see. Kane going back
And he gives
in
the too small reference as he gets to the sideline, and that fires our crowd up.
I love Luke.
I was wondering what it would happen if and when the Horns made a play that goes their way, the crowd gets hyped. Of course, we're in the element of this great crowd.
5'5", but plays like he's 6 foot.
Quinn keeping it, tumbles forward. Late flag. A dart thrown by the official. So what could have been a good run on first down, it's a face mask on Seminole.
Finally some.
Give them an extra 15.
Some penalties going against Seminole.
Moving the chains, and the
15
Horns are inside Seminole territory, courtesy of the face mask penalty. 3:03 as the clock continues to run. Abel Shorter lined up along with Scout Quinn and Elijah Mims. Dual motion. Shorter and Idleman, a flag.
It's going to be a false start.
This has just been a stop-and-go game with the penalties. A false start on the Longhorns. I'm sure this will be a fun film session for head coach Curtis Cole and company. Just going over different techniques, what they can do better, especially on pre-snap motion, getting a lot of early movement on the line. Thankfully, it has not hurt the Horns, however, offensively as far as just moving the ball. Quinn, snap, looking, has great protection. Now he's pressured. He's got to get rid of it. And he does wisely. Threw it towards the sideline. He had 3 Chieftains in motion towards Quinn, and you guessed it, there's a flag.
I believe that'll be against the defense.
Quinn pointing towards the side of Seminole. That's what he thinks.
I think they're going to get him for maybe some, they call intentional ground. No? No, because coaches
It was
are
thrown
mad.
towards a receiver.
Yeah, no, I think they called roughing the passer.
The intended receiver was Abel Shorter. I did not look. I did not see it because my eyes went towards the receiver where the ball was thrown.
From what the ref did, that was roughing the passer, which is, I believe, why Tim Quinn did what he did, because he knew what he was getting.
Ball is at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10, 2.5 to play in the first half. Low snap. Quinn throws it down the field for Stanley. It's incomplete. Stanley had to play a little defensive back there. Nate Carter was the defensive back in coverage.
Not the best of balls thrown by Quinn, but luckily
Stanley certainly had a step on Carter. Brings up 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 2:24. Long Grove going through the air more on this drive. A lot of downfield shots, which is what I love. You got a quarterback with an arm and receivers like the Horns do. Mims has not been targeted since the catch he made towards that sideline that knocked him out for a few plays. Here's Quinn, lower in the shoulder and tackled by Carter. Long Grove Thundering Herd looming here in Seminole. You can hear them on the other side of the bleachers.
You can feel them.
Nice to hear. Yeah, you can feel it. And the thunder rolled.
I love these concrete bleachers. They're so awesome to sit on. You know.
Well, you know, you're sitting in the stand. I'm standing up just because my vantage point, the coach's box blocks the scoreboard, so I kind of have to do a peek across the corner, or around the corner, I should say. Roberts in motion on 3rd down and 8. Quinn surveys. Fires near side. It's caught by Idleman close to the sticks. It'll depend on the spot.
Good to see Maddox Idleman back out there. He kind of suffered a ankle injury, but it's good to see him back out there so Hartman doesn't have to play both ways at that fullback spot. You know, you got your full-time fullback out there. Give Hartman a break.
You mentioned the loss that the Horns suffered in the receiving core. That's just another next man up mentality. I mentioned earlier in the game the depth, especially in the receiving room. 4th down and 3. Did they not give him the first down? He particularly wasn't even close. But now there's a timeout for the Horns, and Curtis Cole will have to think about it here. Remember, Seminole got the ball first. So it's critical, the play call that you do here, because the Horns have something that Seminole doesn't have, and that's a field goal kicker. You know, Long Grove has Yorel De La Torre,
Is he?
who has one attempt on the year, and it was blocked. But if you wanted a field goal, which still seems a little far, you have that option. You have that in your back pocket if you're head coach Curtis Cole. So here we go. Jumbo package. Stinson, Stanley, Bradshaw, timeout, Seminole. Everybody hold your water. We'll head quickly to a commercial break and be back after these words.
At Kerr Pumps, innovation powers everything we do. With over 100 patented technologies, precision CNC machining, advanced robotics, and unrivaled customer service, we set the standard in pump technology. From our world-class manufacturing facilities in Sulphur and Marietta, Oklahoma, our people are lowering the cost of hydraulic fracturing and helping make America energy dominant again. If you want to join an innovative team, apply today at KerrPumpsJobs.com. Made in America, made in Oklahoma.
Fourth down and 3. Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome back, America. My fellow Americans.
4th down and 3, minute 40 left. We saw before the timeout by Seminole, Long Grove got in that jumbo package. That's what they do again. 4th and 3. Little long for a tush push, don't you think? Unless you get a good push.
No, I don't
and
think
now a timeout by Long Grove. Cat and mouse, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think they're
This sport is beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it's gotta love it.
We'll keep it right here.
I'm gonna take advantage, use my voice to let everybody know that tomorrow is Jerry's Gun Shop 52nd anniversary. We'll be having raffles. For any purchase, you get one ticket, and then with $100 increments, you get another ticket, and you put in a raffle for some small miscellaneous hats, shirts, everything. But the grand drawing is for a Browning gun safe. So if you have nothing to do tomorrow, stop by. Open at 8:30, close at 5. Come buy a gun. Have some good specials going on right now, 20% off all knives and Vortex. So come see us as we go back to some Lone Grove football.
That made me mention of another raffle that is coming up. The drawing is on October 4th. We'll get to that here in a moment as it's 4th down and 3. Now it's Quinn in the shotgun position. Roberts to his right hip. Trick play, Mims, other side, he's got room. It'll be close. First down. First down.
They're giving it to him.
Curtis Cole digging in the bag of tricks.
Little hickory dickory.
He's bringing it out.
seen
District play opens up. We saw the trick play with Tatum to scout. Scout threw it down the field. Of course, it was an incomplete pass, but it was an interesting concept. That was an interesting play right there. Mims working the perimeter. And a first down and 10 for the Horns. Ball at the 20-yard line inside the DIB Chiropractic and Wellness red zone. Quinn, he's got room.
Still going.
Cuts it on the other side of the field. Tries to get speed. He is a human joystick. Every which way he goes, he causes havoc.
I get tired just watching him. Whew. If I was defense, I'd be mad. I'd hate having to chase that.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, at halftime, we'll have our halftime spotlight interview brought to you by the station. It's Rafael Ramirez, who's the band director of the Long Grove Thundering Herd, and we'll also have Lara Rose, the art instructor at Long Grove. I'd like to thank our program director, Jay Lindley, for coordinating these interviews. We'll have one each week during the Long Grove halftime show. Quinn.
Elijah
has to get rid of it or try to make a play. He's directing to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. 3rd and 1. Interesting play call there on 2nd and 1. You get 9 yards on the scamper from Quinn, which felt like it took 9 years for him to get 9 yards. But 2nd down and 1, they look to throw, and now you got a 3rd down and 1. This is why Long Grove has been very good on 3rd down, by the way. They are putting themselves in really good situations on 3rd down. Lots of 3rd and shorts. Here's one right here, another conversion. Quinn bouncing off tackles and trudging forward, close to the 5. Under a minute to play in the 2nd quarter. Brought to you by Dave's Trailer Repair. Seminole coming in 3-0, Long Grove 1-2. 1st and goal from the 7. Noah Farrell lined up at the bottom of your screen. Up top is Elijah Mims. 2 men in motion, Stanley and Eidelman. Quinn in the shotgun position. To the left hip is Roberts. It will be a fake pitch. Quinn now looking to turn it the other way. Now he's up to the middle of the field, and he's brought down by Carter Childs. A little extra push at that end. Quinn trying to reach his way forward for extra yardage. 27 seconds left. Long Grove has 1 timeout left, by the way.
Tatum's got to be tired.
2nd and 4 after the gain of 3. Jumbo package. Quinn under center. The give to Stanley. Does he have number 2? He has number 2 with ease. Touchdown. Longhorns flag down. And maybe there might have been a reason Stanley had that edge. Or maybe there's, I don't know if there's a reason to hold unless I see a replay. It looks like Stanley had that edge with ease. Curtis Cole's talking with an official. Long Grove looks like they're kind of swaying towards the sideline a little bit. And it's a church mouse in this stadium.
Got some Lone Grove fans that are trying to let the refs know their thoughts on the way they've been throwing their flags tonight. And it's on defense. Personal foul.
So it
defense,
should stand.
So
it's a touchdown.
it is a touchdown.
Keller Stanley into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. All of them coming on the ground. Or did they not count the touchdown?
They
I guess
to. No.
Scoreboard is not updated.
Wow, they're going for it again.
The ball's at the 2-yard line. It's another give to Stanley, reaching forward.
Touchdown.
And he's in. So Stanley gets a 2nd try at the touchdown. We got the 1,000-yard stare looking at that was the 2-point conversion? Okay, that was the 2-point conversion.
Okay. So they did get the
We're
touchdown.
confused. I was confused. The scoreboard was not updated. We apologize, everyone at home. So the touchdown by Stanley stands. There was a personal foul which moved the ball forward on the 2-point conversion, and if you're going to get a few extra inches, half the distance to the goal, why not take that extra yard and try to get the 2-point conversion? It's 22-8.
Lone Grove's been playing really, really, really good tonight. This is going to get that ball moving in the right direction of momentum and confidence and all these different things. Who do we play next week? I'm being a bad color man. Do you know? I can look here in a jiffy.
It is Victory Christian at home.
Thank the Lord. I did not feel like driving to Tulsa.
7 o'clock kickoff, which, if you follow the rules, usually how it goes is this is a kickoff. Brought to you by First Baptist Church in Long Grove. Breaking free and breaking a tackle. There's 3 seconds on the clock. Extracurricular activity after the play. What I was getting at is 7 o'clock kickoffs are common
in district play.
In district play, that's what I'm saying. But we had a 7:30 kickoff. We don't know if that was because of homecoming, because it is homecoming for Seminole.
All I know is Seminole didn't want to move it to 7. That is all I know. They wanted it to be at 7:30, so we had to go with it.
3 seconds on the clock. Ball looks like is in the neighborhood of the 40-yard line.
Yep, that's what it is on, according to the scoreboard. I'm rolling with it.
22 points put up by the Longhorns.
Oh, we're 3 seconds away from halftime.
On the road, that's exactly right, Sam Harris. 3 seconds left. We'll hit some commercial breaks. We'll hear from our halftime spotlight interview, Rafael Ramirez and Lara Rose. And it's brought to you by the fine folks at the station. They sponsor our halftime show and, of course, the high school spotlight interview. So 3 seconds. Garfield will throw. Stepping up, lofting it. That's up for grabs. Tipped up into the air. That was incomplete. It was tipped up into the air and then hit again by the Seminole receiver. Either way, the Longhorns charge into the locker room up 16 points. By far, probably the best half of football we've seen from the Long Grove Longhorns, which is really, if you think they've gotten better. First half against Chandler was good, but you know, when you get into district play, it just means a little bit more, Sam Harris. And we will head into the halftime break. We'll hear a word from our sponsors and also hear our high school spotlight interview, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
At Curb Pumps, innovation powers everything we do. With over 100 patented technologies, precision CNC machining, advanced robotics, and unrivaled customer service, we set the standard in pump technology. From our world-class manufacturing facilities in Sulphur and Marietta, Oklahoma, our people are lowering the cost of hydraulic fracturing and helping make America energy dominant again. If you want to join an innovative team, apply today at curbpumpsjobs.com. Made in America, made in Oklahoma.
You don't see big banks doing what 1NB does. We're a community bank. We're here to serve the community. We see where we can help people and what they're really doing in their businesses. Our dedication to making sure that our community, where we live, where we work, is successful is a primary purpose of our bank. First National Bank cares about me and my community. I love living in a small community. I'm going to choose a small bank with people that care about the same community that I care about. First National Bank is my community bank.
Stillwater Milling Company, more than just a feed store. Every kind of feed and seed that you need. Pet stuff to livestock supplies, a farm and ranch, we're the guys. For any kind of job, we help you do it right. Stillwater Milling Company, more than just a feed store.
Your pickup is an extension of you. Whether it's a work truck or a daily driver, you'll probably add a brush guard, steps, or rhino lining, spray-in bed liner, or running boards, bed mat, and cargo cover. If you're towing a camper, you may need a fifth wheel hitch. If it's your pride and joy, consider custom wheels and tires to go along with everything else. V&E Custom Trucks can take your stock pickup just like every other Joe on the block and turn it into your one-of-a-kind dream machine. Or just make it a lot more functional for you. Whatever your taste, whatever your budget, talk to the experts and V&E Custom Trucks. Highway 70 in Lone Grove, 657-6536.
We welcome you back inside the broadcast booth. 22-8 is the score at half. Horns in control. During this halftime break, we're about to play a special interview from two individuals as part of the Lone Grove High School administration staff. And it's brought to you by the High School Spotlight, the station, where a mouth-watering menu and wall-to-wall TVs, the station is your spot for pro, college, and even your high school sports teams. 2 blocks east of the Carter County Courthouse on Mill Street, open 7 days a week. The station, where every game is played on home turf.
It's time now for the Lone Grove Longhorn High School Spotlight, presented to you by the Station Sports Bar and Grill. With a mouth-watering menu, wall-to-wall TVs, the station is your spot for pro, college, and even your local high school sports teams. Just 2 blocks east of the Carter County Courthouse on Mill Street, open 7 days a week. The station, where every game is played on home turf.
John Waters here with KICM, and we have with us today Rafael Ramirez and Laura Rose. Are both from the Lone Grove school system, and Rafael is the band director and Laura is the art teacher. Have I got that much right so far?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, very good. Rafael, we'll start with you. You're the band director. Tell us a little bit about the Lone Grove Band.
Well, this year, the Lone Grove Band has about, at most, 75 members, with those that are marching and those that are helping on in the front ensemble. And this year's marching show is titled El Matador y la Rosa. It's about a bullfighter, a lady, and a bull. The lady wants the bull to be saved, and bullfighter, out of the love for the lady, saves the bull. So that's our marching show this year.
Will this be for tonight, correct?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk a little bit real quick about fundraisers. Do y'all have any fundraisers going on right now for the band?
We just finished our first fundraiser. It was cheesecakes, and due to, to inflation, not a lot of involvement this year. Prices went up higher. Profit was not as high. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be looking for probably something else in the spring. But yeah, fundraiser is always a good one to get community involvement and support the band program.
Okay. And I was thinking about this. Y'all do participate in the district band contest and marching and concert bands, all that stuff, correct?
Yes, sir. As far as this coming season, we will once again be going to regionals, as always, at this time at Elgin, and be going to state competition on October 11th at Edmond High School. Mm-hmm. And then during our concert band season, we do the district contests at Southeastern, and so far we've been going to state contests every year as well. Very good.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, the band consists of junior high through high school? Is that the way it works?
Here we allow 8th graders to be in marching band, so it's 8th through 12th, and 7th grade being band aids. So if we need our props to be moved, that's how they are involved with the band program.
Okay, well, I was wondering because I was in band many years ago where I grew up at, and we've, just pretty much just what you described is, 7th grade had its own band. 8th grade, you got to, play with the big boys then, so to speak. And It was thoroughly fun. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I enjoyed being in band. Now, Laura Rose is with us. Now, I've got information she's been building some, I hate to say props, but I can't think of a better term for your halftime shows, correct?
Yes. So I do call them the props as well, so that's fine if we call them the props. She's right here, so I'll pass it on to her.
Okay, go ahead.
They are essentially, they're movable murals is what they are. And so what we do is I make my students learn about commission work. And so what they do is they get what Mr. Ramirez or Mr. Card, who is his assistant band director, on what they want for the show. And we try to make that happen visually. And so these murals, they take about 2 to 3 weeks to make, and I have up to 12 students working on the murals. Of course, with me also working on the murals.
Now, you say murals, are they going to be, are they on hardboard or on banner? Tell me a little bit about that.
They're actually on metal sheets. They're about, how big are they?
They're about 8 feet tall, and maybe 10 to 12 feet long.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we have them painted on aluminum sheets for our scaffolds props.
Right.
But they can be plywood, but I think the aluminum are kind of more durable.
Okay. Well, now, will they change during the years, or are they going to stay the same?
They change every year. Last year we did, it was Avatar, The Last Airbender, and then this year we painted a matador, a lady dancing, and then on 2 of the things we painted a bull.
Oh, okay. You also teach an art class. Is that, I've got that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, very good. Do the students enjoy working, doing that kind of thing for the band?
I believe they do. I think in the beginning they get overwhelmed by the size of what they're supposed to do, but by the end of it, they're very proud of the hard work that they put into it. But also, it's very fulfilling to see our murals in action as the band is playing, but also the music and the visuals, they complement each other when, watching the band.
Okay. Well, we're visiting with Rafael Ramirez, the band director at Lone Grove Schools, and Laura Rose, the art teacher at Lone Grove Schools. Anything y'all want to, final words y'all want before we close up?
I would like to kind of express that for the students involved in the band program, it's like, 75 of them, but they need help with parent involvement, whether like at the games, football games, before, where we need parents loading up the truck and trailer, or after the football games when we get back like at 1:30 in the morning, more help getting parents involved, unloading, or just telling the kids what to do to help things move quicker. And then like any donations like water or snacks for our competitions as well, because those they get depleted very quickly.
I also believe that parent help also involves community involvement, as well as it supports students in understanding what a community actually does, which doesn't necessarily mean students working together, but also means everyone working together, which is their peers, their people who are above them, like, band directors, but also their parents. I think when parents come and they show up, I think the support in itself is very beneficial, not only for the students, but for the overall band.
All righty. Well, I'd like to thank both of y'all for being with us this afternoon, and Rafael and Laura, and good luck with everything that you're doing. Good luck with the band, and good luck with the art students.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, John.
You're welcome. Take care.
And that's this week's Lone Grove Longhorn High School Spotlight, presented to you by the Station Sports Bar and Grill.
M&M Automotive is now in its bigger, better location right on Highway 70 for your convenience. M&M specializes in air conditioning services of all kinds, including building and repairing AC lines for cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. They also do custom and factory exhaust systems, from brakes and tires to computer diagnostics, from tune-ups and oil changes to belts and water pumps, as well as transmission, suspensions, and general repair and maintenance. M&M Automotive offers a 2 to 3 year parts and labor warranty on all services. Trust your vehicle to the professionals at M&M Automotive Air Conditioning and Exhaust. Now on Highway 70 in Lone Grove.
You don't see big banks doing what 1NB does. We're a community bank. We're here to serve the community. We see where we can help people and what they're really doing in their businesses. Our dedication to making sure that our community, where we live, where we work, is successful is a primary purpose of our bank. First National Bank cares about me and my community. I love living in a small community. I'm going to choose a small bank with people that care about the same community that I care about. First National Bank is my community bank.
Stillwater Milling Company, more than just a feed store. Every kind of feed and seed that you need. Pet stuff to livestock supplies, from farm and ranch, we're the guys. For any kind of job, we help you do it right. Stillwater Milling Company, more than just a feed store.
Your pickup is an extension of you. Whether it's a work truck or a daily driver, you'll probably add a brush guard, steps, or rhino lining, spray-in bed liner, or running boards, bed mat, and cargo cover. If you're towing a camper, you may need a fifth wheel hitch. If it's your pride and joy, consider custom wheels and tires to go along with everything else. V&E Custom Trucks can take your stock pickup just like every other Joe on the block and turn it into your one-of-a-kind dream machine. Or just make it a lot more functional for you. Whatever your taste, whatever your budget, talk to the experts and V&E Custom Trucks. Highway 70 in Lone Grove, 657-6536.
We welcome you back inside the broadcast booth. Andrew Dunham, Sam Harris, Jeremiah Gray, coordinating your camera. As you all saw during the halftime break, that was our high school spotlight interview brought to you by the station. I'd like to thank Jay Lindley for coordinating that for us, and also John Waters asking some great questions to Laura Rose. And also Rafael Ramirez, the band director for the Thundering Herd. And we'll get you caught up with some scores around the area. The Plainview Indians open up their home district play, open up their district play at home. They had a tough loss last week against Davis, the defending 2A state champions. They're handling Purcell very well right now, 28-7. Heritage Hall up 24-12 at North Rock Creek. Bristow and Victory Christian, who we will see next week inside Longhorn Stadium. Bristow is winning 28-14 over Victory Christian. Anadarko, who we saw at the beginning of the year, is winning 63-0 over Star Spencer. I don't think we'll have to worry about that one for the rest of the year. The number 2 ranked team in Class 3A, the Sulphur Bulldogs, who are forgetting about their heartbreaking loss in the state championship game to Lincoln Christian. They're up 21-20 on Perkins Tryon Local School if you're in the Stillwater area. McLeod and Manford. Manford's up 41-7 at home. Of course, here in Seminole, it's 22-8 in favor of the Long Grove Longhorns. Lincoln Christian taking care of Stigler, 49-0. And that is really all we have from scores around the area. Of course, in Class 3A District 2, as you look at the standings at the very bottom, you have Manford, Seminole, Sulphur all came in tied for first, which, of course, these two, neither team has played a district game yet, so standings don't really matter. But you had teams like Bristow and Long Grove at the very bottom going 1 and 2, and, of course, Victory Christian as well. McLeod, the only team in Class 3A District 2 that has not won a game. They went 0-3 in their non-district play. Sam Harris has been keeping an eye on some college games that are going on around the area, some interesting ones, especially in the Big 12, TCU and Arizona State getting after it, and also Virginia and Florida State. We have an upset watch, Sam Harris.
Virginia, unranked, is leading against Florida State, who is ranked number 8, 35-28. Fourth quarter, 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go.
Virginia, Chandler Morris manning the quarterback position for Virginia. Of course, if you remember him, played at Oklahoma under Lincoln Riley, then transferred to TCU, then went to North Texas, and now he's found a home. Well, I hope so. I think he's found a home at Virginia. And Florida State, one of the, well, really surprising stories of the year after winning 2 games last year. They seem to be a threat in the ACC with Tommy Castellanos, who's gotten some Heisman looks this year. They are down. TCU and Arizona State, last time I checked, it was 7-0 TCU. And, of course, if you watch the big game pregame show at Oklahoma State University, you know that I'm a fan of Josh Hoover. He is a talent. I don't think he's being looked at very much in the NFL draft. I think he's being underlooked is what I'm saying. TCU up 14-0. I don't like to go out on limbs, Sam Harris, because I'm a much larger human being, and if I go out on a limb, I'm going to snap it and I'm going to break it. Mm-hmm. But I think TCU is going to win the Big 12 championship this year.
That's, I mean,
you keep talking. You keep talking. I gotta go say hi to my friend Caden Payne, KP Flicks.
KP Flicks. Sorry, about to get trampled on by Mr. Reeder here. Not a man I want falling on me. Oh, curious to see what's going to happen in this second half. If Seminole's going to change some things, Long Grove's going to do the same thing they've been doing, which is just playing some good old-fashioned football. You know, just really impressed, proud of these Longhorns, the way they've looked tonight. Completely different team that we've seen. You know, we saw last week against I'm having a brain fart. Who the heck we played last week? Good Lord. They're blue. The Lions. Chandler. Thank the Lord. Looked really good against them. But maybe it's Long Grove.
It's fitting. I'm sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
Found their mojo.
Go ahead. Yeah, they did.
No,
it's fitting. I'm over here talking about Oklahoma State, and cross-Canadian ragweed is blaring over the – I'm just going to be quiet for 1 second. Beautiful sight. The golden tones of Cody, Canada, ranging over Chieftain Stadium at Mike Snyder Field. 22-8 is your score. Sam, I'm sure you were doing some great analysis while I was over there talking to Caden Payne. Kind of reiterate what you just said to me, because I know you did a great job, and I apologize for barging in like that. But
no,
go
it's
ahead.
Okay. No, I was just talking about how compared to the first 2 weeks, these past 2 weeks, these Long Grove has looked completely different. I mean, completely different team to me, playing gritty. And then I took me about 5 minutes to remember who we played last week. Chandler, by the way.
It has been an eternity, right?
Yeah.
42-13 was the Longhorn win. Go ahead.
I guess not last week. We had a bye week, so there's my excuse. But
you know, with the events that were transpiring, of course, I'm sure you want to get into the Mike Gundy situation. I'm sure we'll do that at some point tonight while the game's going on. But yeah, bye weeks, they really just throw off your – and this is a question I want to ask you. When you have bye weeks, how different is your prep as far as practice, treatment, anything like that? Is it much different than when you're playing a game? You know, considering you're not preparing for anything, but you still want to be, you know, fluid with practice and making sure you're on top of everything. Kind of what's the prep like during a bye week underneath the head coach Curtis Goldstein?
So – preparation for who you're playing. In my past, we had I think in our bye week leading up, we played Heritage Hall, so there was a lot to prepare for there. A lot of one-on-one. I'm not going to say a scrimmage, but when you're practicing your ones-on-ones, which just to get better. You're not playing a team. You're trying to just get as best as you can better. But right. A lot of preparation and conditioning.
Of course, I'm sure there was a lot of preparation that went into this game.
Oh.
Seminole was riding high, of course, 3-0, high-powered offense, quarterback that's dynamic. There was a lot of prep that came into this game for the Horns, and it really helped their win against Chandler. We mentioned Chandler was riding high heading into that game after beating Stroud in the 13-8 game. But for these Horns to come out on the road, long road trip, they've never played here in quite a long time. There's been 13 matchups in the history of Long Grove and Seminole. And before last year, when these two teams became district opponents, the last time they played was in 2016.
That was Garrett Lemon's senior year, I believe.
That was the one win as well that the Long Grove Longhorns have on Seminole. Seminole is 11-1 against Long Grove all time in the 12 matchups. And you mentioned that was the one win in 2016. They won 49-29. Looking to make it win number 2. They put together a good first half of football. Let's see how the second half goes. I'm ready. Are you ready, Sam?
I was born ready. No chances there.
Fair catch. Caught by number 0 of the Horns. Oh, Dalton May.
Guess I really can't whistle, can I?
Jeremiah Gray coordinating the camera once again, doing a nice job. This is one of, I know you can't see it, Sam, because you're sitting in the stands and you're away from the computer monitor. This is probably one of the better angles we've had all year long.
Oh, I could admit. I mean,
you know, we have the high press box up top, which I'm very grateful for. It's got a roof. It's got nice ice-cold beverages that the athletic director, Sam Hill, gives us. He's very courteous. First play, pitch, Roberts outside. Look out, collision. He was right there. And he's got something to say to Carter, and you can't do that when the official is right in the vicinity of Roberts. I understand. High tense situation. It was a big play. There was a collision, but you just got to watch yourself around the officials.
That's just.
And what would have been a 9-10 yard gain is now a 15-yard negation of that run. Long Grove crowd has something to say. Probably the right call. It was definitely the right call.
No, it was the right call. Fans are upset because
once
it's
again
been happening apparently to us, and they're wanting them to call it both ways. Reasonable complaint.
There's been a lot of flags on both sides.
Refs came ready.
They did. I think they've done a nice job. Officiating is tough in all sports.
At the end of the day, somebody's not going to like you.
That's right. That's exactly right. 2nd and 19. Instead of about 2nd down and 1, 2nd and 3. Quinn throwing, looking down the field for Stanley. He was double covered. Quinn has to scamper away, and he's got to try to throw it away. He looks for Stanley, who came right back to the ball and caught it right at the original line of scrimmage. That's amazing because Stanley, when I looked down the field, he was double covered, and he comes right back. Quinn kind of lofted it towards the direction of Eidelman, but ranging back to the ball was Stanley. Very high IQ play by Keller Stanley. That just shows the experience in this receiving room, Sam.
I mean, players going to make plays.
Gain of 11. The fake by Quinn up the middle. Gives it about 3rd down, and I want to say 5. Players still getting after it. Davion Miller at the end of the play. It's 4th down. Check that. 4th down and looks like 3. 4th and 5, I'm sorry. And for the first time tonight, Long Grove Longhorns are going to punt. Austin Smith and Mason Bennett both back to receive the punt from Quinn. That's up in the air, and that is a fantastic punt. Takes a good bounce, too. Horns have to go retrieve it, and they were not aware. The bounce, I'm sure they didn't expect it to take that quick of a bounce, but the Chieftains catch a break. They'll get it at the 25. Or 20, excuse me. 10:15 left in the Jeff Sato Service 3rd quarter.
I don't even think Tatum knew he could punt that far.
These quarterbacks can punt. Donovan Garfield's had a few punts tonight that have went very well. Of course, I'm surprised we didn't see a penalty flag on that punt because we've seen a lot of those from both teams.
Every time on
we've seen a lot of flags in general, but special teams flags are coming at a premium.
I'm pretty sure it was 100%.
So here's Donovan Garfield. He's got his work cut out for him. Apart from the first drive, which Seminole, they took it 66 yards down the field and then ended the drive with a Donovan Garfield touchdown. The offense has just been stagnant ever since. They have drives that are promising. Looks like there was a flag at the end of the play.
No, this defense can keep doing what they're doing, keep the biscuit in the basket.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The offense for Seminole has not been able to get anything going. Pump fake by Garfield. He's sacked. Brandon Heckathorn got him in the backfield. Big play by the senior. Garfield threw the pump fake. Thought he was able to get away, went through his progression, and then he saw, number 55 with a good evening, Mr. Garfield. 3rd down.
If
9 minutes flat. Clock continues to run. 3rd down and 16. Snap. Lots of movement, but there's no flag. Garfield going deep. Has a man. It's caught. Down the field. 3rd and 16, and it's a 1st down. Mason Bennett moving the chains. Confusion from the beginning. both lines of scrimmage just kind of stopped playing because it looked like there was some movement. Officials let it play through, and it works in favor of Seminole. 45-yard pass. 1st and 10 at the 40. Seminole will run quick. Fake to Carter. Garfield in the backfield. Luke Stinson, first Longhorn to tag Garfield.
They give him a yard on that.
Curtis Cole down on that sideline. He's got something to say to the official. Good job by Jeremiah Gray getting that at the bottom of the screen.
I love football.
Carter on the outside, brought down by Mims. A master class of tackling from the Long Grove defense tonight. I know that's got to get you, linebacker at heart, pretty pumped up, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then really the assignment was number 4 in this game. And you said in the beginning, it was brilliant. The linebackers have got to do a good job at meeting the quarterback at the line. But to add to that, what's made it extra important is when Garfield's tried to get to the outside, Long Grove has also had that outside containment.
Yeah. Really good job by Keller and Elijah.
And if Garfield, there's a flag, he pulled back. Now he'll look to run, spin move, brought down by a herd of Longhorns. We'll see what the flag is. How many times have I said that tonight?
I don't
give credit to Austin Rowe at the moment. It's against Seminole. Austin Rowe got credited with the tackle. $7-10 in this third quarter.
Andy, I see a gentleman below us eating some nachos, and I'm not going to lie, they kind of look a little scrumptious.
I love the idea of concession food.
I do, but my stomach does not.
7 minutes. It's good to have you. It's good to have you here, by the way, because about this time last week, we didn't know if you were going to be on with us, Sam.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of a health scare.
It's all right.
Garfield, play fake, looking, throws. It's caught. Ladd. Jay Ladd has been quiet tonight. And you guessed it. Another flag, and it looks like it's going to go against Seminole.
I'm getting deja vu.
We made the joke earlier in the game about that specific game in the NFL, Cowboys-Giants, where there was flags everywhere. I'm starting to regret making that joke because this is coming into fruition. That joke is coming into fruition right now.
Players came to play. Refs came ready to, I guess, play too.
But going back to concession food.
Yes. What is the best concession food?
I'm gonna go hot dog.
Hot dog, man.
Because this flag was against the Longhorns, by the way.
It's a big
moving
one
them ahead.
It was either a personal. It had to have been a personal foul, considering it's a 15-yard penalty.
Back in my beginning years of calling basketball specifically, my buddy Aiden Hill, you know very well.
Oh yeah.
We would have a segment where we would rate concession hot dogs. And it was a big hit.
When you rate them, are you talking about what sporting event or brand of hot dog?
Garfield up the middle. Hit by 2 horns. Ask that question again. What'd you say?
When you would rate them, were you rating by like where they were sold, like sporting event, or like what kind of hot dog they were?
I'll give you an example. We didn't get a lot of different variations of hot dogs, but I'll tell you that the best hot dog was in Ada, Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
At Ada High
so
School.
Location. Okay.
Location, we'd rank them, one by one. We got a sheet somewhere. Garfield again, copy and paste, same play, kind of same result, gets about 3 or 4 yards. But what we would do is we'd go to the concession stand and, we would look for, the hot dogs because that was kind of a good baseline for us. I think every concession stand probably in America at a high school has a hot dog.
That is a fact.
And if you ever find yourself in Ada, Oklahoma, we were covering the East Central Oklahoma Classic. Garfield met Heckathorn, Stinson, you name it, they're there. And they've been there all night long. Garfield tonight will probably have to check under his bed for Brandon Heckathorn because he's been in the backfield exclusively tonight. 4th down and 3. There is a timeout, and this is an interesting scenario here for Mike Snyder. As the Long Grove crowd erupts, their defense, Seminole had the long pass that got them inside Long Grove territory. And, of course, a penalty flag that got them well into the red zone. But in these goal line situations, they've stood tall so far. In these obvious short yardage situations, the Horns have done a good job. Hey, we want to remind everybody we will be back on the air next week inside Longhorn Stadium for the district home opener against Victory Christian. Victory Christian 1-2 heading into tonight. Right now, we mentioned in the opener they were losing 28-14.
Andy, you've got me hungry.
Talking about hot dogs,
yes,
huh?
now I'm starting to think of some food. Movie popcorn, stadium popcorn.
Movies all day,
okay.
yeah. And I say that in spite of stadium popcorn because if you ever find yourself inside Paycom Center, they have good popcorn. And when you're like me, I was in the media presence of a Thunder game one time, and they gave out unlimited popcorn.
Ooh.
And that was the highlight of my trip.
Do you butter your corn?
I do. 4th and 3. Garfield lofts it. End zone touchdown on 4th and 3. Jay Ladd finds the end zone. 4th touchdown of the year. Much needed answer for the Chieftains.
It didn't even look like Garfield threw it. It just looked like he tossed it.
That was a nifty play.
It had a spiral, so I'll give it to him. It was good play.
(22-14) is the score. Of course, this is interesting because Seminole does not kick extra points. They'll go for 2. Keeper, Garfield, flips it at the last second. Ball's on the ground, recovered by the Horns. 2-point conversion is no good. And it stays an 8-point game at 22-14. Long Grove Longhorns, this is an important offensive possession here. You don't want the Seminole crowd to get into this game with an ever so, I say slightly momentum change. It wasn't a slight momentum change. That was huge for Seminole to find the end zone. First time since their opening drive they found the end zone.
Something I said in the beginning about we've got to stop on the stupid penalties. I understand holdings happen, false starts, whatever. But personal fouls, that is due to you just being selfish. And those can't happen. You jeopardize not only you, but the team and everybody. And you just can't have that. You got to hold your composure. And that drive right there, they would not have gotten down there if it wasn't for
Roberts. We've seen that a lot tonight. Kick and punt returners having a little trouble corralling that football. Some point, and this I'm speaking for both sides, you got to kind of lock down on those return attempts because that can be crucial. 5:08 in this third quarter. 8-point game. Offense trots out.
They really, obviously, but they really need to score here.
What do you do here? What's the dosage here on this offensive drive?
Ground and pound. It's worked all night. Don't change what, don't fix what it broke.
They'll throw. Ball's tipped in the air and incomplete. Sam Harris, I should say, offensive coordinator Sam Harris. After that attempt where the ball was batted in the air, you might want to think about trying to make this potential third down, if you do run it, maybe manageable. Braxton Armstrong and Nate Carter had a little moment at the end of the play. Here's Quinn up the middle, and that's exactly what they do, except Quinn might have got the first down. It is close. Looks like the line to gain is the 43-yard line, and Quinn got tackled at the 40, the long 40. Or the long, looks like 35-yard line, long 35. Line to gain is the 37. Third down and 2.
Fans
Quinn
excited.
up at the line. Stanley got it.
Got it by a mile.
2 rushing touchdowns tonight for Keller Stanley. On top of that, he's got a 2-point conversion attempt. I really like Stanley. He's physical.
You don't realize how big he is until he gets in that backfield compared to all the other guys.
Him a lot like Chase Warden, Tatum Quinn. A lot of those guys put on some weight over the course of the past 2 seasons. Stanley recognizing his base, his stature, putting on the weight, and making people pay. I remember we used to have a segment, it was called Feel the Pain, Propane Play of the Game. Sometimes Sam Harris would headline that segment, as we have an injured Chieftain on the ground, and it's unfortunately Austin Smith. A vital role offensively and defensively for the Chieftains. We'll take a quick timeout and be back here on KICM TV.
Bank First is deeply rooted in more than 50 communities statewide. Towns bound together tightly by loyalty. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Exceptional Community Hospital. Your Ardmore Hospital is now open. We're a full-service hospital focused on addressing the healthcare needs of the community. We offer a wide range of care, including on-site labs and radiology services. You can count on friendly and caring staff, experienced physicians, and personalized care plans during a hospital stay or emergency visit. Plus, our streamlined check-in processes keeps your wait to a minimum. Exceptional Community Hospital Ardmore, because someone as exceptional as you
That's Austin Smith, who walks out with 3 coaches, member of the training staff as well. We'd like to also remind everyone, Dollars for Darst is happening right now. You got 2 chances to win. You can win a Yeti, Rhodey Ice Chest, and 25 pounds of beef. That's option 1. Option 2 is a $300 Jerry's Gun Shop gift certificate and Robertson's Jerky.
Shout out Jerry's Gun Shop.
The way to enter, it's 100 tickets for $50, and as you see the Venmo across your screen, it goes to Brian Quinn, sponsored by the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Drawing will be on October 4th after the Sadie Joe Memorial 5K run. Give the Horns 5 yards on 2nd down. Offsides on number 71, Thomas Wood, 5'11" senior.
Abel Shorter at receiver. Lined up on the left side of the field.
Quinn up the middle. Pinballs this way forward, staying on his feet and drugged down. Nate Carter with the tackle, possibly a touchdown saving tackle. Quinn has his palms in the air, and he gives a roar to the sideline. There's a level of intensity that I see on the Long Grove side that I'm not seeing on Seminole's side right now.
I love the way Tatum plays. He plays with his heart, and you can see it out there.
Wearing down this defense. Seminole needs to get their offense out on the field. Try to even the score, but the Horns aren't having it. Roberts up the middle. Roberts, you could say, has been contained tonight a little bit. He's had his moments, especially on that first drive on the long run to set up a touchdown. The first touchdown scored by Keller Stanley. But it's just I'll say it's the Mike Gundy philosophy. I know Mike Gundy has been the topic of discussion for whatever reason this week.
Why'd something happen?
But I don't know. I think they played tomorrow. So, but the Mike Gundy philosophy, in all seriousness, was 4.5 yards a carry. 4.5 yards a carry. That was the philosophy. You're not getting 4.5 yards per carry. Of course, those numbers skew a little bit when you have some long runs, first by Quinn and then by Roberts. But as long as you're keeping the 3-4 yards per carry, you set yourself up in situations like this where it's 3rd down and 4. They run it up the middle with Stinson, and he has the first down. It'll be close. Forward progress will depend on this. But the difference here is I'm seeing a lot more manageable 3rd downs for the Horns that I'm not seeing on Seminole's side.
Well, like I said, Lone Grove's done a really good job on defense of keeping Garfield at bay. It's just penalties. That's what's been costing them.
1st down and 10 from the 20 inside the DIB and Chiropractic Wellness red zone. Quinn, pitch, Roberts, met. Wow. Great hit. Nate Carter again in the backfield. He's probably been their best defensive player tonight. Carter defensively, of course, plays that defensive back position. Second and 15 after the loss of 5. Fumbled snap. However, recovered by the Horns. Under 50 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. We've only seen 1 touchdown in this 3rd quarter. It was by Seminole. It was a 4-yard passing touchdown from Donovan Garfield to Jay Ladd. 28 seconds. The play clock is at 11. So there's about a 13-second differential from play to game clock. The Horns are looking to the sideline. There's a timeout by Curtis Cole. We'll take a timeout as well and be back. 14 seconds still left in this 3rd quarter before we head to the final frame here on KICM TV.
Stewart's Family Dentistry has been providing dental services to the families in this area for over 30 years. Their full range of services include dental implants, bleaching, and cosmetic dentistry, same-day crowns and bridges, orthodontics, preventative, and pediatric dentistry. They'll even file your dental insurance for you. Stewart's Family Dentistry wants to be your family's dentist. Conveniently located in Ardmore, just south of Walmart on Merrick Drive, 223-6720. In Marietta, across from Bank First, 276-3055, and in Medill, across from Amazing Grace Boutique, 795-33.
Third down and 15, 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Quinn rolls out left, looking down the sideline. He's looking for Mims. It is intercepted by Carter, but there's a penalty flag. There's a flag at the end of the play. Quinn was looking downfield to senior receiver number 14, Elijah Mims.
I don't want to assume because we all know what that does, but judging where the flag was thrown, I'm going to assume they're going to call defensive pass interference.
Like I said, it was double coverage.
Yep.
Pass interference on Seminole. So 8 seconds left. That was not the last play of the third quarter. We'll have one more. 10-yard penalty on Seminole. If you're just joining us after the conclusion of the Ardmore Tuttle game, here on YouTube, powered by KICM TV. We're also being aired on 97.7 KICM, the big station on the radio.
Big league.
Snap up the middle. Stanley trying to get the edge. Keller Stanley has a hat trick of touchdowns. Over to the left side. 8-yard run.
I don't think Keller knew he was going to get his name called this much tonight, but he definitely is doing his job. Is that 2 touchdowns now and a 2-point conversion?
3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
28-14. Long Grove can kick the extra point by number 26, Urel De La Torre. With 5 seconds still left to play in the third quarter. I think we've seen about 5 plays in the last 14 seconds, and Urel De La Torre has missed his first extra point attempt.
We talked too good about him. We jinxed him. Sorry, Urel. That's on us.
Score stays even at 28-14 in favor of the Long Grove Longhorns. We'll take a quick break and be right back right after these words.
Bank First is deeply rooted in more than 50 communities statewide. Towns bound together tightly by loyalty. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Exceptional Community Hospital. Your Ardmore Hospital is now open. We're a full-service hospital focused on addressing the healthcare needs of the community. We offer a wide range of care, including on-site labs and radiology services. You can count on friendly and caring staff, experienced physicians, and personalized care plans during a hospital stay or emergency visit. Plus, our streamlined check-in processes keeps your wait to a minimum. Exceptional Community Hospital Ardmore, because someone as exceptional as you deserves our care.
Juiced up crowd here in Seminole, Oklahoma. 28-14 in favor of Long Grove. Urel De La Torre will hit a line drive kick right to Nate Carter. Carter loses it, just has to hop on it. And a penalty flag late. Extracurriculars after the play. Hunter Abshire for the Horns was in the confrontation along with number 82, Nishaylin Dixon. When you see 2 guys on the ground that are kind of cuddling, I should say, that's usually never good, but the flag that was thrown was for holding, and it was against Seminole. And we still have not concluded this third quarter. 2 seconds on the clock. This has been a long third quarter that's brought to you by Jeff's Auto Service.
Was there more laundry on the field?
There was a hold on Seminole.
They're going to need to wash their.
So the ball's at the 7-yard line. Seminole with their backs against the wall. See how creative they get on this, I'd assume, final play of this third quarter. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Seminole with their backs against the end zone. It's a carry to the outside. Jason Todd gets the carry, and that's the end of the third quarter. 28-14 is the score. Lone Grove Longhorns on top, looking to open up district play with a bang and an upset. Undefeated Seminole is on the ropes. We'll be back for the beginning of the fourth quarter here on KICM TV and 97.7 KICM.
Hunter Supertex has been here since 2006 and will be here to provide you excellent service for your home service needs. Who said you need to sweat over getting a new HVAC system with our special financing options fitting every budget? Oh, and did we mention you won't need to leave your comfy spot? Stay right there on your couch. Free estimates and financing, all from your sofa. Hunter Supertex, making home comfort a breeze. Go visit huntersupertex.com and schedule online.
Back here on KICM TV and 97.7 KICM, the big station on the radio. We'd like to welcome everyone joining us after the conclusion of the Ardmore-Tuttle game. So we begin the fourth quarter to the lone backfield for Donovan Garfield. 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. He's back to pass, looking, and he'll run up the middle, and he'll take off, and Donovan Garfield has a run for a first down and more across the 25-yard line. Gain of 16 yards. First down and 10. Seminole's going to have to move quickly here. Time of possession game has been in favor of the Lone Grove Longhorns. And if you want proof, you can go back and look at the third quarter. It was mostly held, literally held by Lone Grove. Ball tipped up in the air. Elijah Mims makes the play.
Great play by Elijah right there.
Intended receiver was Kenneth Johnson.
Awesome.
Elijah Mims, using his range of motion, he made a wonderful catch in the first half along the sideline. Diving catch, actually took him out for a couple plays because it knocked his breath out. But that was just a good play of putting your hands up in the air and trying to make a play. And on those deflected passes, Sam Harris, anything can happen on those plays as long as you got defenders around.
Oh, yeah.
Garfield joined in the backfield is Reed Bowers. Bowers to the right hip. Back to pass is Garfield. Looking far side, it is dropped. Mason Bennett, the intended target. Bennett, besides the opening drive where he had 2 receptions, he's been quiet ever since. That might have been his first target since that opening drive. Third down and 10 from the 24-yard line, 11:21 left in the fourth quarter. On third down and 10, Garfield moving far side towards the sideline, has to throw it over the middle. It's caught, Jay Ladd. Ladd cutting it up the field, and he's brought down. Tackled by Kaysen Mansfield, and on third down and 10, the Chieftains get a much-needed conversion.
Something they're doing that they haven't really done all game is they're starting to spread this ball out to the deep, and it's testing our safeties, which they've been run support all game, and now they're actually having to do some coverage, and I don't think they're ready for it. They need to really tighten down and get ready because
clock continues.
Seminole is down, and they're going to be passing the ball now.
Yeah, clock continues to run, but Seminole is in no sense of panic. Garfield once again calm. He'll run it up the middle on the QB draw, and Garfield has close to another first down. We mentioned in the opening that Garfield accounted for just a tick over 74% of the total rushing yards for the Chieftains. I am sure that that percentage is going to go up after this game as well. Donovan Garfield holding 6 college offers.
Really?
course, we mentioned he was 17 of 21 in the win last week against Hera, had 280 passing yards, but he ran it 19 times for 143 yards. Throw out near side, it's caught Jay Ladd. His second grab of the drive. Ladd is brought down. Caden Hartman there, along with, looks like Abel Shorter as well, makes the tackle. Quick movements, range of motion. They'll throw it downfield. They'll also throw it to the sideline. That's what they like to do. Under 10 minutes to play. A gain of 7. Off the pitch and catch from Garfield to Ladd. Second down and 3, 9:42 left in the fourth. Horns up 28-14. Looking for their second win of the season. And, well, more importantly, the first win of district play. It is the district opener. Horns will go to Victory Christian next week at Longhorn Stadium. Garfield, a keeper up the middle. He's got the first down and more, and he's brought down close to the 10-yard line. And a gain of 9. Drive continues. Even when Seminole wants to move the ball and they want to move it quickly, they're still incorporating the quarterback run game. But the clock will continue to tick, now 9 minutes and 10 seconds. Ball is at the 11-yard line. And a first down and 10. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Garfield in a lone backfield, 2 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right.
2 tight ends, expect a run, yep.
Garfield looking to run, far side, spins away from Heckathorn, who's been at his heels all night long. And that's a throwaway. Threw it away. Nice pursuit from Heckathorn, who got right through the Seminole offensive line like a turnstile. Second down and 10, clock stops at 8:39. You see the play calling, I would say, kind of diminish for Seminole. They're down at the 11-yard line, but they want to throw it down the field, but obviously when you get close into your opponent's red zone, you kind of run out of room to call a pass play here, so they have to rely on the quarterback run game. But for Long Grove, like we mentioned, they've handled the quarterback run play very well.
No, they've done a really good job all night.
Timeout by Mike Snyder. He's got 1 left, and we'll keep it right here on KICM TV, on YouTube, and also 97.7 The Big Station. Seminole looking to make the playoffs for the 40th time under Mike Snyder. So entering this season, Seminole has made the playoffs 39 of his 46 seasons that he's been at Seminole. Active head coaches in Oklahoma high school football. Mike Snyder, of course, ranks at the top with 395 wins in 46 seasons. Joe Medina at Castle Hall is second with 260. So that's about 135 win differential between the two. That's who holds second place. Brian Severin at Timberlake with 247, 32 seasons at Timberlake. John Greenfield, 230 at Davenport in 31 seasons, and Josh Bean with 210 at Dewar.
That's a lot of football
seasons. That is that's double my lifetime. Garfield with a man in motion. It's Jay Ladd running far side. He's met Hartman, missed the tackle, but Heckathorn right there. Do not give up on the play.
Heckathorn's really started to show up in this second half. Really good to see him.
He has showed up big time in this game. Of course, a lot of teams hear the noise about number 55 on the defensive line. Of course, you played with Heckathorn in his early years when he was just trying to develop into a player. You look at him now.
He's definitely put on some
grown a
muscle.
couple inches, put on some muscle.
All of the above.
That was a loss of 1 after the carry by Ladd. 3rd and 11, 7:53 left, ball at the 12-yard line. Got to think it's 2-down territory for Seminole. Back to passes Garfield, looking over the middle of the field. He will still try to look to throw, and he'll throw it to the corner of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown. No signal from the official. And there's a flag down.
What do you know?
So that's why there was no pursuit. Sorry. That's why there was no pursuit.
I'm just saying, what do you know? There's flag on the field. Interesting
Looks like
to
it'll
see
go
what they're going to call.
It might go against Seminole, just considering they're already moving back.
Yep. Looks like they're going to call holding, which, oh, they waved the flag.
Flag is waved off, and touchdown Seminole, right?
Yep.
12-yard touchdown from Donovan Garfield to Mason Bennett. Second passing touchdown for Garfield. Two officials are standing near Curtis Cole. He wants an explanation.
It looks like, judging by where they threw the flag, it was going to be a holding, which makes sense considering how that play drug out, quarterback scrambling. Traditionally, there's usually a holding call on stuff like that, which it's different on that case. I guess the player can still make a play on the quarterback, but I can understand why they may have waved the flag.
28-20 is the score. Chieftains will go for it on their two-point conversion. They're 1 for 3, or 1 for 2 tonight on two-point conversions. Check that. 7:39 left. Game is still being delayed a little bit. Officials were talking to Curtis Cole on the sideline. In the backfield is Reed Bowers with Donovan Garfield. 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Garfield lined up to the right hip. It's a throw on a slant, and it's over the head of the intended receiver. Kenneth Johnson was the intended man, just over his fingertips, and another failed two-point conversion for Seminole. However, it's still a one-possession game at 28-20. We'll take a timeout and be right back very quickly. Lone Grove has the ball, looking to fend off these pesky Chieftains right after this.
At Taco Casa, we get our beef from the American rancher, our corn from the American farmer, and our cheese from the American dairyman. We feed Americans. Taco Casa, real fresh, real food, real good, since 1972.
6:53 on the clock. 28-20. Bumbled snap. It bobbled right to Quinn. Ball's on the ground, and it's recovered by Seminole.
Good
A
Lord.
fumble.
Good Lord.
Quinn had to field the snap like a shortstop. Ground ball, picked it up, tried to make something happen, running towards Seminole's sideline, and he coughed up the football.
You can't have that.
Seminole has the ball.
That is one of the most aggravating as a quarterback, and I'm sure it's aggravating as Brandon, but a bad snap is just aggravating. Because I mean, that should just be second nature. Boom, boom.
6:34 left. Seminole takes over at the 47-yard line of Long Grove. First turnover of the game from either team. Trips formation out to the left. Running back to the left hip of Donovan Garfield. Garfield will look to throw. It's caught. Jay Ladd makes the grab, makes a man miss. It's Scout Quinn, makes another man miss, and he's finally brought down by Luke Stinson near the 30-yard line. Give him 17 yards on the pitch and catch. First down, 6:26 left. See how crucial the two-point conversions come into play? It's 28-20, but if Seminole still scores, they have to go for it on a two-point conversion. They've been 1 for 3 tonight on those.
Changes the whole ball game. Changes how you play.
Long Grove has taken their extra points, and I'd like to add, Yorel De La Torre missed the extra point attempt. That would have made it a 9-point game. And more importantly, a 2-possession game. Garfield back to pass, being pressured, rolling out far side. He'll throw it to his man. That's Reed Bowers, makes his first reception of the night, and he's finally tugged down by Brandon Heckathorn, and that's a first down.
I got to give credit to Bowers there. I don't know if you saw that, but he is running with Brandon Heckathorn just dragging behind him.
He drug Heckathorn an extra 5 yards.
That's impressive. That guy definitely pulls his sleds.
Gain of 12 and a first down. First down and 10, 5.5 left. Ball at the 16-yard line inside the DIB Chiropractic and Wellness red zone. 28-20 the score. Seminole has one timeout left. Garfield, keeper up the middle, met at the line of scrimmage but broke the tackle, breaks the second tackle, continuing to move forward, and another flag at the end of the play.
I'm sorry.
Unnecessary roughness.
That's just, I'm going to get political here. That's ridiculous.
Braden
That's
Bird,
ridiculous.
Braden Bird, number 75, and number 67, Braylon Weaver.
I know tensions are high, but you're going to flag a hip toss. There was no malicious intent. It's two guys playing football.
Goes against the horns.
I mean, bias aside, you got to let the guys play. You got to let the big boys play. I mean,
the original marking of the ball was close to the 9. It's now at the 5. First and goal. 5:10 left. 28-20. Horns still in front, but the Chieftains are threatening. First and goal. Trips right to the left. Trips formation to the left. Garfield will keep it up the middle. Needs an extra push. He might get it. It's close. It'll be second down and goal. Under 4.5 to play. Second down and 2 after the gain of 3 off the keeper from Garfield. Remember, if Seminole scores, they'll have to go for 2 to try to tie the game. How about this for a district opener?
it's been a great game so far if it just wasn't for all these.
Seminole has not led since the opening drive, and they led 8-0. Low snap. Garfield takes it. He's in. Touchdown, Seminole. We are a 2-point conversion away from a tie game. 4th total touchdown for Garfield, his 2nd on the ground. 22nd total touchdown on the year, 15th on the ground. And now you got to think about what is Mike Snyder going to call up here? We will wait.
Yeah, whatever it is, they're going to.
There's a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. So put yourself in the shoes of the offensive coordinator for Seminole. I know that's tough.
Well,
we're on the Longhorn Network, I know. But
if I'm an offense,
what do you call?
What do I call? Well,
or what are you looking for? Pre-snap motion. What are you looking for?
I'm going to go spread. I'm going to heavy set, 2 tight ends down on the line, but empty backfield. Spread it open, extra protection. It gives the quarterback option to see the defense and can he get inside? Obviously, you're going to have receivers running routes. Can a receiver get open? But that gives him extra blockage on if he wants to take it in himself or throw the ball, which he's done, I believe, on the 2 points so far. The ones that he's got were throwing the ball. And I definitely see a pass here. I could be wrong, but I see a pass coming.
They had the 5-yard touchdown, which it wasn't on a 2-point conversion, but you see that Seminole will pass in these goal line situations from 5 yards out. Ball's at the 3. In the backfield is Reed Bowers. Garfield barking instruction. It's a trick play. Bowers fumbles the snap. Oh, my dear. A Philly special on the 2-point conversion. Bowers got the snap. Bennett throws it to Garfield. We're tied at 28. Holy smokes.
That was a great play.
Are you kidding me?
That was a great play. I mean, I love football. I'm just going to leave it at that. Never ceases to amaze me.
28 all. Ball up top with 3:54 left. A classic football game.
That explains the timeout.
Absolute masterclass. And now, if you're Lone Grove, you have to shake off that fumble that eventually leads to the tie. .354 still left. Oh my goodness. This is just the opener, Sam Harris.
I know. What a season to come.
We got about 6 more games of this in the regular season at least. Playoff implications already on the line between these two teams. Seminole trying to keep their undefeated season alive. Longhorns looking to get back to 500. And more importantly, sit atop the district standings. Pooch kick. It's going to try to roll out of bounds. There was a chance that could have been recovered by Seminole, but it bounced out of bounds, and, well, you guessed it, there's a late penalty flag. Penalty flag number, I don't know,
I quit counting
47.
a long time ago. When I started having to reset my hands, I quit counting.
Markings at the 36-yard line. The penalty flag was against Seminole.
Yeah, that's it. They kicked it out of bounds on kickoff. That's what the penalty was for. I forgot about that. I saw some extracurricular. I thought it was on them.
We call that the Curtis Cole special on that pooch kick right there. 5-yard penalty. So instead of the 36, it's at the 41. Still, Long Grove, they find themselves in their own territory. First down and 10.
Cowbells are rattling.
Possibly the most important drive of the game for the Horns. When they've needed a score, they've gotten it. Apart from the fumble, their last offensive drive,
just keep running the ball.
They've been able to control it by what Sam Harris just said, running the football. High snap, Roberts the give, up the middle. He'll get maybe 1 or 2. Second down.
They really need to focus on the outside run.
3:45 left. The clock will continue to tick. Ty Washington with the tackle, number 52. I don't think they'll give Roberts, they'll give him actually 3 yards. More than I thought they'd give him. Under 3.5 to play.
Very generous.
Ball's at the 43-yard line. Same formation. Clap from Roberts, trying to get Seminole to jump. They've done that a few times tonight.
Check.
7 on the play clock. They got to get rid of it.
Come on.
Got to snap this ball.
2. There we go.
Quinn, snap, keeper.
There's that outside
rolling
run.
near side, has blockers, and he's brought down.
Gee, come on, guys.
Again brought down by Ty Washington. So, give him about 3 yards maybe. And you get in another situation, they'll give him 3, 3rd down and 4. Here's what Long Grove's done all night long. Third and 4th and short. That's what we've seen. 3rd and manageable. They've been fantastic on 3rd down.
Yeah, they're going to probably run this to the right side.
2 wide out to the left. Maddox Eidelman in the tight end position. It's a high snap. It's a keeper by Quinn. He did not get there. It looks like there was some indecisiveness on the give to Roberts. Quinn kept it himself, and maybe they'll give him a yard. They're right at midfield.
Now this is the big question.
They'll get no gain.
Do you go for it? And it looks like they are. They're substituting Elijah, so
now
going to pass it.
Quinn is the punter. Common theme for both teams is the quarterbacks are the punters.
Nope,
so
their punt.
Quinn will back up to, he'll take a couple steps forward, but he's hovering around the 40-yard line. They'll bring out about 3 extra blockers. That's Weaver, Miller, and Heckathorn guarding Quinn, the punter. Timeout on the field is there. It can't be by Seminole. It's by Long Grove. Seminole has 0 timeouts left. Long Grove has 1. Minute 37 on the clock. There was no timeout called. I stand corrected. Back deep to receive the punt is Mason Bennett, who caught the touchdown pass from Donovan Garfield to make it 28-26.
They moved the ball back.
What do you
I don't
see?
know why they did, but they moved the ball back.
Ball is now at the 43-yard line, 44-yard line. Quinn controls it. Under control is the punt. Takes a bounce that will hover around the 25 and dribble out of bounds at the 26-yard line. 74 yards is what Donovan Garfield will have to do. Talk about a guy who's been on the field all night long. Garfield.
I couldn't do it.
Came into tonight's matchup with 19 total tackles, 12 solo, 7 assisted. But he's played majority of the game. If you just go down the list, as far as just skill position players, you got Bennett, Garfield, Smith, Nate Carter. They've all been on the field all game long. And even in a moment like this with 1:21 left, you have to ask your quarterback, senior quarterback, to muster out one last moment. It will have to be a touchdown too. With the ball at the 28-yard line. Give up the middle. Garfield with room. First down and more. Garfield across the 40. Give him 14 yards on the run. Now remember, Seminole has no timeouts. So they will have to move quickly. And that calming presence from Garfield makes it seem like he's walking down on a Sunday stroll. Dropping back to pass. Garfield looking, has to get rid of it or run away. He throws it down the field for Ladd. It's caught! First down. It seemed that Abel Shorter, the defensive back that was in coverage, might have just, I don't want to say gave up, but kind of let up. He let off the gas.
Film's not going to be good on that play.
36 yards 46 yards, check that. Ball's at the 16-yard line. 53 seconds, Garfield hit.
Luke Stinson right there.
Stinson the
Boom.
first to get there.
Great job, Luke, right there, meeting him in the hole before he could even think about going anywhere.
45 seconds, clock continues to run. 28 all if you're just joining us here in Seminole. Either on KICM TV, on YouTube, or on the big station, 97.7. 30 seconds are bleeding off this clock. From that play and on, now 20 seconds have bled off the clock. We're approaching 20. You got to think Seminole maybe just be thinking overtime.
They're going to go for it. They're going for the end zone right here.
2nd and 10. Garfield being pressured. Lobs it to the end zone. Ladd caught it! Touchdown! Unanswered prayer. 16 yards. 5th touchdown.
Good Lord.
5th total for Garfield. He went 72 yards with 10 seconds to spare. Ten seconds to play. Seminole will still line up for the 2-point conversion. Garfield, keeper, got stopped. 2 of 5 on 2-point conversions. And if you're the optimistic kind, Long Grove has 10 seconds to go down and score. But a game that was in the grasps of the Horns. The script flipped. 14 unanswered points from Seminole. Standing on this side, Sam Harris, the air has been let out of this building on the visitors' side.
Yeah,
a crowd that has been, they've been on fire. They were scintillating all night long. And now it's as quiet as can be. Grady Burgess with the onside kick. It's fielded, and you just got to go down. It was fielded by Elliott Whittington. You took 5 seconds off the clock, and now you're just.
And they got a fumble.
Was the ball fumbled?
No, okay.
It wasn't. Still Long Grove ball, but you got 5 seconds. And this is just a Hail Mary attempt. A throw from Tatum Quinn that is a give it everything you got, just get it close to the end zone. You have tall receiver. You have Stanley. You have Mims. Stanley, however, is not. He's on the sideline.
No discredit to Tatum, but I don't think he can get the ball there, so I would envision a lot of pitch and catch.
Keller Stanley has his helmet off, and he's not on the field for this final play. You're
going to want yours.
That's interesting. Certainly in a Hail Mary situation, you want your big guys on the field that can at least get down close to the end zone to try to get a play, try to make a play at the ball, right?
Yeah, tradition. Like I was saying, if they were on the 40 and he's going to be thrown in the end zone, yes, but what they're going to be doing a lot of pitching and catching. You want your fastest
hook and
guys.
Lateral.
No,
yeah.
That was what I was going to get to. I would envision a hook and ladder here.
Of course, it's happened before. Hail Marys have happened before as well. A timeout was used by Curtis Cole. He's still got one more left, which I'd imagine after the snap of the football, this is the last play. Seminole looking to get their 12th win against the Longhorns in their last 13 meetings. The last win for the Horns, 2016. And for a good portion of the game, till about 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, this game was in control by the team in white. Seminole 5 seconds away from improving to 4-0, and more importantly, 1-0 in district play. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. It's got to go 58 yards to the end zone. Quinn being pressured, throws it, and it's incomplete. Tipped through two arms, and Seminole is victorious in a classic. 34-28 is your final. And a gut-wrenching district opener for head coach Curtis Cole and the Long Grove Longhorns. Both teams meet at midfield. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back with final thoughts here on KICM TV.
You don't see big banks doing what 1NB does. We're a community bank. We're here to serve the community. We see where we can help people and what they're really doing in their businesses. Our dedication to making sure that our community, where we live, where we work, is successful is a primary purpose of our bank. First National Bank cares about me and my community. I love living in a small community. I'm going to choose a small bank with people that care about the same community that I care about. First National Bank is my community bank.
Welcome you back inside the broadcast booth. Seminole tops the Long Grove Longhorns 34-28. And Sam Harris, we were talking during the break, and I said something in the third quarter. Might have been the tail end of the fourth, tail end of the third, early fourth. It just looked like to me that the Horns had a different level of intensity than Seminole.
No, I think it
Everything
clearly showed right there that Seminole wanted it more.
Everything was going the Longhorns' way. If Seminole had an answer, Long Grove would answer. But whatever happened, if it was a fumble, if it was a chain of events, whatever happened worked in favor of Seminole. And this is why we stand with the Horns, who were in the driver's seat of their district opener and quite possibly could have turned around their season in the blink of an eye. You go on the road against Seminole and get a victory, your season turns around. Unfortunately, that did not happen for Long Grove. And Seminole will continue this unbelievable start to the season. They improve 4-0, 1-0 in district play, and we will certainly be watching the Chieftains, and more importantly, Donovan Garfield. 5 total touchdowns tonight, including the game-winning touchdown at the very end to Jay Ladd from 16 yards out. Sam,
yes, sir.
Final thoughts.
My thoughts? I think in the first half, Lone Grove played their brand of football. From the very start, I stated that we needed to keep the stupid penalties out. I solely believe that is what cost Lone Grove the game, was all these stupid penalties. Were the refs trigger happy on throwing the flag? Some would say, whatever. It doesn't matter. Don't put yourself in that position in the first place for them to even throw that flag. coming in the second half, it clearly showed that Seminole wanted it more. And Lone Grove just gave them free yards. I mean, if you can't give your opponent free yards. I mean, it's the worst way to play football. I mean, you just hurt yourself, you hurt your team, you just hurt everything about what's going on, and you can't do that. Like I said, I understand holdings, false starts, face masks. It happens. But personal fouls, unnecessary roughness, no. You can't have that. That's, like I said, it's selfish, and it ruins – it does stuff like this. You had the lead, and now it's gone. You lost, you go home, mad at the world.
Victory Christian comes to Longhorn Stadium next week. We will have the broadcast, of course, right here on KICM TV on YouTube. We'd like to thank all our sponsors for making this happen. I'd like to thank all the viewers as well. We had unbelievable feedback from the beginning, everybody watching at home.
Thank you to all the fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I need to state, I'm not discrediting these guys when I call them selfish. They played their hearts out, but because selfish sounds really harsh, but it's the honest truth.
I knew what you meant.
It's the honest truth. I'm not discrediting these guys. They played their butts off, but you can't have stuff like that happen.
Especially in a game like this, you know.
No, tensions are high. I understand it. Things get chippy.
About 3.5 quarters of football was really good, and then that one half of the fourth quarter wasn't, and that's what cost you the game, right?
Yep. No.
That's what happens. That's what can happen in a district like this. It stings that it's a district game. It means more. I mean, I know every game means the same, but when you get into district play, as far as standings-wise, getting in the playoffs, it means more.
Yep.
But that's enough from us. We got to drive home.
Yeah. Oh.
We'd like to thank Longhorn Express, who's sponsoring the drives of the games.
Shout out Longhorn Express.
Absolutely. We'd like to thank all our sponsors as well for making this happen. Long Grove Longhorn football on YouTube, powered by KICM TV. Once again, we'll be back at home. Kickoff slated for 7 o'clock against Victory Christian. Andrew Dunham, Sam Harris, Jeremiah Gray, coordinating camera. Thank you, Sam. Good job as always.
Thank you.
We had a great game here on our hands.
Blessed to be with you.
That's it from me. That's it from Sam, and we'll catch you on the flip side, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you tune in next week.
Good night, America.
You don't see big banks doing what one NB does. We're a community bank. We're here to serve the community. We see where we can help people and what they're really doing in their businesses. Our dedication to making sure that our community, where we live, where we work, is successful is a primary purpose of our bank. First National Bank cares about me and my community. I love living